welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm so excited. We get to play with the new product. I kind of unboxed it and organized it yesterday. So although I call it an unboxing, it's really more of a detailed unboxing because we look at stuff and try stuff, and I kind of get it organized, and it's a little more of an organized unboxing, I guess you can say, because I try to show you the suites together so that you know when you're getting that suite exactly what you're going to be getting in that suite. And if you're getting a bundle, what it comes with and that kind of thing. And then we want to look at the dies and see what the weird things are about the dies, or if they look different. Like today I looked at one and I'm like, what is this? But I remembered and figured it out. So I will show you all of that good stuff. I'm going to show you the new in colors. I'm going to show you some new product. I'm going to show you the new ink pads. We're going to compare it. And then we're going to also look at ink holders and how that gets, held. And of course, DSP. So I have all the suites behind me. I have the bucket of stamps right there. And then all of these are suites. I have end colors on my desk. So we're going to jump in. I did all my announcements yesterday. So if you missed anything about upcoming things like the paper share and bingo and all that, it's all listed below. And I talked about it a little bit more yesterday. So we're going to jump in because it's going to be a long video. Be prepared, get a drink, and we will get started. All right, let's go. I am so excited. My tabs moved around for some reason, so I've got to find the right one. All right, let me zoom this out just a bit because we need to see. Let's see here. Other people zoom so easily because they're on their phone. I am not on my phone, so I am on a desktop with webcams. So I have to open the feature, open the button, all that good stuff. All right, so if you need it zoomed in or out, let me know, we can fix it. Thank you for sharing, Stacy. I appreciate that. Okay, so here's our catalog. I can't show you the inside, but it's beautiful. It is beautiful. First of all, and I told you this on my mini unboxing, which I'll kind of show a couple of those things, but in detail, if you want to look at those items, you'll just go back and look at my previous unboxing, which was just the mini product that I was able to purchase because I went to Onstage. So let's get started. And I'm not necessarily going page by page. I'm going to do in colors, suites, bundles, and then all the other goodies. And I might sprinkle some inside. But we're going to start with ink first. So we're going to start with our black. I have not stamped with this yet, so I'm going to find a stamp right here. I didn't think about that, but yeah, we should stamp with it. I want to see what it's like. So let me grab a block. I am stamping with the leaf in this set, and I'll tell you why when I get to that point, but I'm using Lovely Arrangements. And I'm going to use a solid leaf for the colors. Now, remember, the inks haven't even been used yet. All right, so for the black, I'm going to grab, I cut up a bunch of white paper for different things. I'm sure we'll be using this paper quite a bit today. So let's see what the black looks like. I like long videos. Well, that's good, Marcia, because here we go. All right, let me move. My grandson is here today. My hubby is now watching him, so Papa's got him. I was on duty for a while, and I told him, all right, 3:30, you need to come because I've got it all set up, but, last minute things. All right, let's see. Can you hear him? All right, let's ink this up. This is the first inking. Oh, I like how, so the center inked up really nicely, really quick. Now this ink is a hybrid ink. Okay, I'm gonna get a few more going here because this has not been used at all. Oh, second one, that looks really good. All right, I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. It's supposed to work with alcohol markers and blends or watercolor, so we'll see. They say that the ink could stain your stamp a little bit. It looks like it came off just fine on this particular one, but if you leave it on too long, I'm sure it probably would maybe stain it a little bit. Be aware of that. So it says hybrid ink, basic black. Now, I did hear that a couple people were concerned on how to open it. There's a little white ledge right here, and that's where you need to just kind of pull it off. I mean, it's on there. You want it to be on there firmly so that it stays, you know, in good condition. So you just have to kind of pull it like that. I don't know why these are not in the new cases. I have no idea. Or even our old case. I don't know. All right. So we're going to just set this aside. We'll talk about the colors. We'll come back to that in a minute because I am anxious. Here's another, I say this is scrap, but it's not scrap, but that's what I cut from a project earlier. So when I was talking to a friend about these new ink pads, I had some, I showed you guys, I had bought, when Stampin' Up! First acquired some items from Close to My Heart, I chose to buy some of the pads and some of the scrapbook kits because that's what they were selling and I wanted to try some stuff. So I got some ink pads and I have, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them, maybe whatever came with the matching colors to those scrapbook. My grandson. This is what I did. I said, you know what? Let's try this real quick. So I'm going to try, oh, not this one. We're going to try our Stampin' Up! One. So let's try the hydrangea. And I was using the cloud. Okay. But let's first show you how to put your ink pad together. So it has cellophane. I did remove that. This is so nice. They magnet together right here. So if you want to, well, if it's probably not on here, if you want to move it, you know, you can slide it over. If you want to stack them, they stack very nicely. Okay. Is the ink pad smaller than the old one? So the ink pad, so here's this one. I think it is, I hate when little things, paper gets on my ink pad. All right, it is, the old one is approximately 2 7/8, it looks like, by, I'm just kind of eyeballing, 3.5. This one is 2 and probably 3/8 by 3 7/8. So it's just as wide, I think, or it's just as long, but it's a little more narrow. Okay, so I'm getting here having back problems. Oh no, Carol. I hope you're feeling better. All right. So that's kind of the issue. Oh, let me close this up so I can finish the ink pad here. All right. So when you first get it, what you're going to do is you're going to, our color's on here, of course, and the color is on here just by these. But what's nice is this is how you want to put it together, and then I'll show you what's nice about this. You're going to pull off the top one. It's in English. All right. You're going to bring it to the front and have the pad facing you. It doesn't matter if you mess up. This is going to turn around anyway. This is your base, okay? So if you accidentally put it here, flip the lid, okay? So you're going to go just in a little ways. You want it to be, you know, in the center. Of course, it depends on how, you know, you are. I like it to be. I've already taken off a couple and replaced them. So, so just a little bit in from each side works good. Then I'm going to go back down here to the bottom one because this, I believe, is like German and whatever. So we're going to go back to the bottom one here, which sometimes I notice that they're the same and sometimes it's a little bit different. Kind of like catalog has GUE, you know, and ours is just OG. And so it's kind of like that is what we're, you know, but you can read it. It's legible, but you can also see the color. Now what we're going to do is when you have this ink open and you have dark and dark, you may not be able to tell that this is blue. So we're going to just line this one in right here. And if you look at your words, I know you have your hand right here, but if you look at your words, that's really kind of what you want in the center, and it's going to be fine. All right, so just push that in. And now you have it here, and you have it on the edge right here. Now, I thought about even putting one in here, because if I have this down and I have several open, I'm going to have to fight to look at that one. So I'm at this very moment, I decided, I think what I'm going to do, I don't care. I just want the color. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put it right here. And I don't want to put it in here, because these do squish, so you can put ink on the lid, okay? So I don't want to put it inside the lid in case I want to do some watercoloring, and we'll do that just a little bit anyway when we color our flower. So what you're going to want to do is make sure your labels are on and everything's good. Now, just like our old ones, I'm guessing that these peel off. This you can take off. If you want to use this last one for something, you could, or, you know, this maybe. I was thinking of these. You could take and put them on, do a little hole punch on them. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take one of my waxy dimensional things. I'm going to put this on here for now, because I just thought of this too. And I'm going to do a hole punch, and I'm going to put this on the end of my blends. So we're going to try that. Let me grab my little hole punch. I think I have the right one up here that I use. And we'll try that in a little bit. So, and now it won't, you know, stick to anything. You know how sometimes they start to peel up and, you know, get attached and stuff. So there's that. Of course, you can still see the color, which is really nice. And now you have your ink pads ready to go. All right. So now let's stamp our leaf. What happened was, I was talking to her about these pads, and I was showing her them and the magnet and how they worked and everything, and how I liked them, especially for my hand. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it out and see what the difference is. So this is what I did. I pulled in a piece of paper. Now watch it not happen, but that's okay. I'll tell you what happened and we'll see. I inked my, now this is cloud cover, just whatever color. I inked my leaf up, okay? And I don't squish it in there, but I do a good tap, and I stamped it. And look at the lines on those leaves. See how they disappear? You're supposed to have these lines right here, okay? So then what did I have to do is, when I was using this before, I was like, oh, I'm going to lightly tap. And I mean, like extremely lightly, but this is a very inky pad too, okay? So you got to kind of take that in mind. Sometimes it takes me 3 and 4 times to get this image that I wanted. So then I turned and I tried the new ink pads, and not ours, but close to my heart's, to see what that was, because I wanted to try it without the foam ink pad. Move that out of the way. So I haven't even used this pad yet. So I'm so excited. I think this is my favorite color, but I have to tell you, Barely Blush is absolutely gorgeous. I hope it comes across the screen. Okay, so I'm just going to ink it up and stamp. Okay, so you're getting that same new stamp look, right? Because it's a newer stamp. See, there we go, look. Look how pretty that is. God, that's a beautiful color. That does not look like the hydrangea, but remember, that's going to lighten up, so we'll look at it in a minute. But look how immediately I got the no lines. And so when I did that, I was like, oh, see, I think I need to push a little harder. I have to, okay, there's a learning curve on these. You push a little harder so that you can pick up that color that you want. So there's going to be some learning on how firm and, you know, everything that you need to push. But I'm loving how it's picking up the ink. I love how it's not doing this. And so we'll see how that's going to go. All right, while we're here with the black real quick, let's do this. So for those of you that are new that haven't seen me do unboxings, it's going to take a while. this is kind of what I do is I go through the stamps and the inks and I go through the dyes and we'll try things out. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can squish this. Oh yeah, I can definitely squish it. Oh, look. Yay. I'm going to use just a blender pen. And I like to make sure I don't have any color on it and actually that it's semi-wet because they tend to not be. All right, we're going to do, let's just do this petal up here with, and I'm not going by being neat or anything because I just want to see if the ink blends weird. Okay, this is just with the ink and we'll try it with water too in a second. Okay, no bleeding. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so, I mean, not the coloring, but the ink on the black. So that looks good. So wipe this off. Look at the color. The blender pens are so cool. You just wipe it off. And obviously I've used red and all kinds of colors with this. So some people go, oh no, they're, I think, what are they, $14? But they last forever. I've had that one since I do not know when. It's been forever. All right, so now we're going to take a painter and I'm going to spritz some water, which I brought out here. And okay, so I'm going to tell you, when I put this on my white, I can see a little bit of a stain. I didn't scrub it. I just kind of wiped it off, but it's, I mean, honestly, when you go to stamp it, you can see it better. I don't want it stained, but I think just wiping them off right away is going to be okay. All right, let me spray some water on a block just while I have it right here. I could have just put it on my glass mat, but you know, that would have been too simple. All right, so let's try some more over here with water and our ink. And let's see what happens. I didn't get a lot of water on that. There we go, that looks better. All right, I don't see any bleeding. Come on, color. I am not taking my time, by the way, and this is not watercolored paper, but there's no bleeding on the water either. All right. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. And now we'll test the blends when I open them up, which will be in just a second. So that's good. Now, what I do is I just kind of tap this water off. I leave the ink because it's not going to hurt anything. And who wants to waste ink, right? It's always nice when you open up your ink thing and you go, oh, there's already ink there. And that's good. All right. So here's our new colors. Oh, see? Backwards. When I put it away, I don't really care as long as I have this on the end. And so if the top part's upside down, I don't care. This is what I'm looking for. But look how pretty those are. So pretty. All right. Now, we're going to set this aside for a minute and do our other stuff. Oh, there's so much to show you. Okay. If you have Stampin' storage, your ink pads are going to go in like this, and that's all that hangs over. So you're still going to be able to grab your ink pad perfectly fine. Now, if you have, because I have these blocks behind our current ink pads, okay, you can have them up like this, so they're really inside, or you can have that down like this, so you can still grab them, but they're a little hanging over, right? If those were away, they'd be, you know, pretty far inside, and they're really, I mean, you could get it. There's like that much, but who wants to do that? But these are, that's fine with me. Okay. Especially with my holder, it already holds the markers and the refills anyway. So this is going to stick out probably as far as a refill would be my guess. So I wouldn't, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that. Now with the Stampin' Up! Storage, I have that right here. So I'll show you. Well, all right. Hold on. Why does this seem wrong? Are these the each ones? I think I grabbed the, let me see. Hold on. I don't, these are on my other desk. So I have other stuff that I use. Oh yeah. Okay. So for the Stampin' Up! Ones, I'm going to do it down below so you can kind of see. So this is how they would stick out. But I believe they're working on something. I don't know when they'll have anything, but this is definitely going to work. It doesn't feel like it's front heavy or anything like that. And so I think you can just get them perfectly fine out of your current storage. So however you do your storage is going to work fine. Oop, work fine. Okay, so there's that. So you kind of get an idea by looking at it. All right, I'm going to be getting up and down and moving stuff off my desk so I have space for everything here. All right, so the next thing, let's see, what's next, is let's do our blends so we can color our flower with that and see how that goes. So let's start with this one, being that I have this right here, and we'll put this to see how that works. That way we'll know. This is just, it doesn't even have a measurement on it. I put this on here because I know that's the circle that I used for my blends, because I add little things on the end so I know which colors they are. And I know the lids are on there. And the lids have the color. But when I put these on, you don't have to put these on, obviously. They're the same color. But you could do white and then add the initials on there or whatever. And I don't know what I was thinking with this because I forgot the lids are the same color, so we don't have to do that. That's exactly what I wanted to know. I have the Stampin' Up! Storage unit. Oh, good. Yeah, Tashana, I think it's going to be fine. The only issue, now let me tell you really quickly. When these were in there and there was a bunch of them, it did seem like they could magnetize, like just having, being so close together and not having the shelf come out far enough to make them stay farther apart. And so because the shelf comes back to like here, the magnet is pretty strong. And so it could possibly, like, you might have a couple that, go together. I did notice that. So that might only be the only issue. But like I said, I know they're working on it, and now I know why. It's because I saw it do that, but I don't think that's a big enough reason to worry about it. All right. Anyway, so yes, this was a great idea, but silly me forgot that the lids were the same size, but I could have done a little circle. No, I couldn't have. See, it's too hard with this paper. So now we know I wouldn't do it. So forget that whole thought. It was brilliant at the moment I thought of it. Okay. So let's bring this in, and I'm going to do it in light first. Ooh. Now this looks a little more. Now this is the blend, which looks like a different color. I can see this color in this, and I'm anxious to, well, I kind of like the idea that it's a different color because you can see this color in here for sure. And that's going to give us more options to use colors, lighter, darker, whatever, but it is a lot different. And maybe now I'm wondering if other colors are that different because I don't usually do these colors separate. You know what I mean? Like right by each other. So see, this one looks a little darker, a little more purple. This looks a little more blue. Oh, the top of the reinkers. That's a really good idea. Very good idea. But now, watch how it's changing, though. This is definitely starting to look more alike. This is water. And these are marker right here. And now they're starting to look a lot more alike. Isn't that funny? This one I did last, but these two look the same now. That is crazy. Now watch. See how different they look now? But now this is what it looked like a minute ago. All right, that's the light. Oh, no, wait. That's the dark. And this is the light. But they start changing. And if you look, this is crazy color. If you, I don't know, I don't think you're going to see it on here, but you can tell the edges that I think are drying faster are turning like a blue color. And the inside where it's wetter is like a purple color. But look at how it's all kind of going together now. Isn't that crazy? And no bleeding. I have no bleeding. So we did just the ink on there with the blender pen. We did watercoloring and we did blends. And there's no... And I really like the way it looks. It really stays nice and crisp. Because I even think our black now, when you go on it, it kind of, you know, it bleeds a tiny bit. But, all right, so let's play with the rest of our colors real quick so we can see them. All right, let's do our Peaceful Pine. The thing about my unboxing is I do put stuff together and kind of get it organized. I have not looked at the paper. I've slid it in, have not looked at it. I've not played with the colors at all. All right, let's see. This is dark. I have put the stamps and the dies into their pouches, but I've not. A couple things I played with so I can show you. Ooh, this is really a pretty green. This is definitely going to be my Christmas green. All right, let's do the gold, Golden Glow. All right, let's see. Golden Glow. Oh, wrong one. New one. All right, speaking of Golden Glow, again, this is the shimmer pen I showed yesterday on my video. I don't know if you can see it better today now that it's more daylight, but it's really, really pretty. So that's the shimmer. What is this called? Shimmer brush. The shimmer brush. I keep saying the shimmer pen. All right, let's try one of our oldies but goodies for sure. This cantaloupe. I've been asking for like a persimmon color. I want a persimmon color. And so far, no persimmon. But I'm glad this one's back. All right, let's see. Dark first. Oh, so happy. Now remember, I did the dark right there on the gold, so that's why you can tell that difference. Gosh, these colors are so pretty together. Now, this is the Barely Blush, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I held up a piece of paper to a friend, and she couldn't see the color. It just looked white to her, but it's so pretty. All right, here we go. All right, there's that one. Boy, this really looks a lot like cantaloupe when it's right next to each other. And then we'll just do the dark and the light again on these. And watch it change. This one just blows me away. Now see how blue these are? Remember we did those? Look how purple that is. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so Aren't those gorgeous? So pretty. So, okay, so there are your markers and your inks. Let me move these over. We're probably going to bring the inks back in a bit, so we'll try some stuff. But there's that. So the next thing is the ribbon. So the ribbons are really pretty, and they are called bordered ribbon. And they are 3/8 of an inch. And I just put my scissors under here. And now I try to find the edge right here. Well, there's two things I do. When I do a video like this, usually instead of opening it up all the way, I'll just put my pokey tool or take your pick tool or whatever you've got under there and try to slide that out so the whole thing doesn't come undone until I'm ready for it. There we go. Let me see if you can see the edge. See how it's a little, it's the same material, so there's no silver or anything, but it looks shiny, a little more satin, and the inside is a little more, has a little more tooth to it, I guess. The outside has a ridge, but it's kind of shiny. Like right there, you could kind of see it. So you could probably see it down here better, like right here. But it's really, really pretty. So let's do a little bow here. I'm going to do a 2 bow. Because, you know, we got to do a bow and see how the ribbon is. And this is the only new ribbon, is the in colors. And we still have our linen thread. Oh, look how pretty that is. Oh, yeah. Love the bows. It makes great bows, and that shiny edge just really makes it look fancier. So there you go. There's your bow. And now this is already in, and I just put this in the middle, and then I'll use it on something. Okay, so there's our bows. Now, here's our paper. Now I'm going to show you the pink. Ooh, sneaky peek. Can you guys see that it's a blushy kind of color? All right, so I'm going to hold a white up so you guys can kind of see better. All right, so there's like a blush. It's so, so pretty. If you were to do a baby card, this is what you would use. It is just so soft. Very, very pretty. So I wanted to show you that, but look at these colors. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So there's that. The embellishments for the in colors are there, the in color dots. And they're pearlized. They are really pretty. Oh, I don't have these open. It's so funny. Every time in colors come, I think, wow, they really, when they pick their colors, I mean, look at these all together. They're just so pretty together. They're just perfect, which I guess makes sense so they can do their papers and everything, you know, so our paper's all matte. Beautiful. Gosh, look at these. Look how shiny those are. They're like an iridescent, like a pearl on top of them. I wouldn't say iridescent, like a pearl. They're really, really pretty. So those are, I'm very excited about. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you is, in colors like this is, well, two things. I have two things. The in colors have the pearlized paper. And you've seen this before. We've had the white, we've had some other ones. But here's one of each color. And they're all the pearlized papers. Now, if you guys need numbers or anything, let me know, and I'll kind of slow down. I have numbers on everything. And just in case you don't get a catalog right away, you'll have your numbers. Now, the next thing is I want to show you the painted patterns. And this is the in color one. You get 20 sheets. So when you look at the price and you go, ooh, that price really went up. You used to get 12 sheets in a normal pack of paper, in a 12 by 12 paper. This one is 20 sheets. Okay, so if we open this one up, these are what I call the family the family papers. And these are the designs we have. So we have the polka dot, the smaller polka dot with the larger polka dot. Okay, on the other side. So chances are you're probably not going to use large and small together. So at first I was like, oh man, that was dumb. And then I thought, oh no, I probably wouldn't. And then this one is the more watercolor look, which goes with this, the more watercolor kind of look. And then we've got the more structured lines and polka dots. Okay. And then each one, let's put this one on top, is like this. So here's another look at the colors. The gold, the blush, which is really hard to see. Now here's our blue, our paper. There we go. So now it matches. So don't think at first like me, oh man, this does not match. There we go. So those are our in colors. And this is the family, what I call the family set, but they're all called painted patterns now. And then it says painted pattern subtles, brights, regals, in colors, neutrals, and basics, which is I think like black. I think crumb cake I think is in the basic, maybe vanilla, something like that. So they're all those. All right, so that's that. Now I want to show you. I have this kind of not in a category, so we're just going to show you the white pens. These are awesome. I was so impressed. I got them. We got to try them on stage. And I was like, yeah, I've tried a lot of different white gel pens. And I just have not been impressed with any of them. I tried this one and I was like, that was a very good first impression. Let's see, where did I had a black over here? Hold on. Let me just cut a piece off here. All right, so I have a black, and so we're going to take it off, and I am going to scribble in the corner. Oh, let me try this one because I want to make sure. I thought I would have a little, like a thing on the tip to take off. Oh, no. So they don't have any little thing on the tip to take off like I was thinking, like a regular ink pen. But, all right, so they said that trick on these are to angle, okay, so, and to go slow, okay, so don't go super, oh, I got it on screen, don't go super fast, okay. I heard that the refills for the new ink pads are not compatible with the old. They are not, no. How will the new refill bottles be? That's a very good question, Judy. We were just talking about that, my upline and I. They look the same in the book. I do not know. I would definitely mark them, or maybe it does say when you get it, it looks the same in the book. And so I'm hoping that the lids might be a different color or something. I don't know. So we'll have to see because we don't show the new ones. I'm just talking about the black one. The black one in the book looks the same. So the rest of them, I don't know. How did you do the double bow? Oh, Lou, you know what? I have a video and just type in making bows or something like that and it will pop up, and I go over it really slow and a lot of times. So if you need more help with that, let me know and I'll definitely help you. It's super, super simple once you get the hang of it. It took me a while. I'll do another one later. Remind me though. Let's see. I love the family DSP. I do too, Tashana. I love stripes and I love polka dots are one of my favorites. So slow. All right. The other thing I think this is going to be really good for is when you do embossing in white and you know how it skips. Now watch if I do this fast. Okay. So you can tell my M and my E, well, and my R are not great because I went super fast. So you can come back in, go slow. It's not going to look good when I go over writing, but I think it's going to be really good to fill in those little spots when you white emboss. Okay. And if people know calligraphy and stuff, that'll be great. So, loving this so far, the white gel pen. The first time I tried it and this time, love it. I've bought so many that I'm like, oh, I must have got a dry one, or I must have got a bad one, or whatever. And they've never worked. I've never really found any that I liked, and I've tried a lot. All right, so let's move on to online exclusives. Boy, oh boy. For those of you not in the US, I apologize ahead of time. They did explain on our website why it is only available to the US. It has to do with copyright. When they started, it was supposed to be available. And then issues happened and I don't know. But for the sake of the company, they just thought going forward was the best to do. So I apologize ahead of time that you are not able to get the second set that I'm going to show. The first set I got is Splash and Relax. And it's got inner tubes and a beach ball. And it's got the layers on it that you can add your colors right there. It's got... And this one too, two-step. This is like water waves or whatever. We've got some fun sentiment. Relax and enjoy. I did not know what that was. They explained it on stage and I forgot until somebody told me. And well, I remembered at the moment right when she did too. So, and I put them there because there's dies. They're the handles for your inner tube. So that's what these are. They're the handles for your inner tube. And then I was like, okay, what's that? And what's that? So then I saw these down here and I thought, oh, okay, that's the bottom of a bottle, like a lotion bottle or whatever. So I thought, okay, that's a lotion bottle, but what the heck? Because there's no lid. Then I realized, oh, that's a flip lid. So what I did is I did this. See it? So that's like the flip lid. That's like the label. So you could do a different color or do another one of these and add the color there. You could do two of these and do this color and this color the same, or this color and this color, make that a label, whatever. And so that is a bottle. So I just glued that on there so I remember what that is. And that looks like a plunger, but it's not. That's the top of your coffee drink. And then these are the top of your flip-flops. And the circle, I'm not quite sure. Oh, the circle, I guess, is for your beach ball. For a minute, I was thinking it was the inside of this, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's your beach ball. So once you stamp your beach ball. Wishing happiness floats your way. How cute is that? It's your day to make a splash. Fun in the sun, and hello sunshine. Relax and enjoy. So some really, really cute sentiments in here. Again, these glasses, we've had some before where they layered them up. So we have layered glasses there. And you have your hat and a visor. And I think everything else is clear. So which page, please? Oh, you know what? I'm not doing page by page. This one is online exclusive. So I'm going to do sweet. I did in colors already. I'm going to do online exclusives. And then I'm going to do, you know, bundles and kind of go from there. The water bottle could be sunscreen tube. The water bottle. Oh, I think that is a sunscreen tube. Yeah, I think that is a sunscreen tube. That's what I said, lotion, but yeah, because I think that's where the, you know, where they seal it up at the bottom, and then that's the flip top. And then this one here, I think is just like a coffee drink. So, at least that's what I'm thinking it all is. So that is the online exclusives. Oh, oops, one of them. All right, so the Winnie the Pooh set is definitely one of my first ones that I wanted to get. I have grandchildren. My husband's daughter, Catherine, has been a Winnie the Pooh fan since she was tiny, tiny, tiny. And I love Winnie the Pooh. So I absolutely had to get Winnie the Pooh. So I'm going to pull out the dies because I want to see what matches on the paper. So I got the one with the pouch because I know I'm going to be using these. So it looks like we have a stake, you know, in the ground, the wood. We have a stump. This looks like a turntable. Does anybody know what that is? I'm not quite sure what that is. It is sold out? Really? Wow. Well, I mean, they're going to do it early and get more in, I'm sure. Sherry, can you check on me if it says when it's going to come back in? Hi, Sherry. How are you? I mean, I knew it was going to sell out. I told my team, make sure you get in there and get that as soon as possible because I bet it's going to sell out fast. But anyway, all right. So, honey pot. There's the honey drips over the honey pot. Some leaves. There's another honey pot. Is what it looks like. So oh yeah, see right here? So there's a striped one right here. And then there's like a regular honey pot, which would be cute. If you stamp this, you can take these two and like pop them up. And that would be really cute. I'm trying to see if I can see it. I don't know if Sherry's still on here. Oh, that is the inside of the tree. You put both dies together. Oh, the inside of the honey pot. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, they gave us a little tab to glue it. I love when they do that. Okay. So that's going to be the inside of the honey pot. Very cool. Okay. Look how cute. So we're going to check these. I love that they gave us the little hive there. Let me look here. Oh, it's the inside of the log, I think. It is just available in the... Oh, so yeah, whoever that was. Phyllis, are you in the U.S.? All right, let's see here. Because this seems really small. I mean, Oh, you know what I think it is? It's the log, I think, Tashana. Because the pot is really small. But this can go right on top of the log. And it is the swirls in the log. I think that's what it is. Oh, and it sold out? Let me look real quick. Oh, you had it in your cart. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, sure enough. April 6th. So it'll be back. It'll be back. Looks like everything is April 6th that's out. So look back on the 6th. Yay. That's not too long. Make sure you do your notify me so that you get notified. Okay, we're going to leave the dies out because we want to see, I mean, if we have paper, we want to see if it matches up. So we'll see. But look at, we have Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, Pooh. Now, that's not Roo, right? Roo has a little shirt. Doesn't he have a shirt? No. Roo? I don't remember now. Owl. Somebody said Roo wasn't on here, but maybe that's, oh, I said it earlier. Darn it, I missed it. Oh, good, Phyllis. Okay. And then this goes with it, which is called Sweet Words and Labels. So here's the stamp set. The best kind of days are the days spent together. Oh, bother, which I love. I will love you until forever and even after that. You deserve a little treat. Sometimes when you go looking for happiness, happiness finds you. It never hurts to keep looking up. And old friends are the best friends. So cute. Here's the size. And then, of course, you've got the 2 frames. But look at this. This is one set, okay? So it's one of those nested ones that goes back and forth. So, oh, it looks like it goes back and forth. Maybe not. No, I don't think it does because look, this is a completely different shape than anything over here. So these are just all different frame dies. And they've got stitches and dots and lines and all different things on it. And then we have the acorns. Cute. And then the leaves, like the blowing leaves that they always have. Then on the stamp set, you have the little bees. And you have, I guess these are dandelions, I would guess, that are blowing. Oh, yeah, look. So Piglet's doing the dandelions, and here's the little dandelions blowing. Oh, my gosh. All right, so there's that. So here's this set. So cute. All right. Roo does have a shirt. Okay, so then this is it Kanga? Is Kanga the yeah, oh, okay, good. Thank you. It is Kanga. That's what I was thinking of earlier. All right, so that's going to be great to check out. Look at this embossing folder. 100 Acre Woods. It's a 3D. So it goes like this. Okay, so if you needed to do 4 by 5 1/4, you could do this side or this side. So you can get 2. This has the tree house. There's Pooh right there. Well, you know what? Let's look at this better. Maybe we can see. There's a bird. There's a tree house. There's Pooh. It is a little harder to see on here. Oh, there's Eeyore over here. So I guess it just kind of depends on... Oh, there's Kanga up there. I don't see Piglet. But anyway, there's... Let's see if you can see that. It's really cool. You can probably see the picture better. So, really cool embossing folder. Now, the paper. Let's look at the paper. I'm so excited. All right, so the colors, first of all, Barely Blush, Basic Black, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Golden Glow, Hydrangea Hue, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Timid Tiger, and Very Vanilla. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Look how beautiful this paper is. First, let's look at the paper, and then we'll check out what dies might fit. So on here, I'm thinking all of these are. So I'm going to just put them on here as I go because I'm pulling them off. Oh, is that a label? Yeah. All right, so we have Tigger. Gosh, this reminds me of the old Tigger. This is like the old original. Okay, so Tigger works. Pooh sitting down works. Pooh sitting up. Right here, he's saying, oh, bother. I always say, I'm a little black rain cloud. That's Pooh. All right, so Piglet. Oh, we even have our honey pots. Honey pots, honey pots. Let's not put it close to another one. Here we go. Honey pots. All right. Rabbit. Boy, Brewer's just singing a song in there. All right, there's that one. There's Eeyore. So far, everybody. And Kanga. All right, so far, Owl doesn't, but he's really easy to cut out. Okay, Honey Pot. Oh, no, I'm wrong. This is Owl right here. Am I all on screen? Here we go. So Owl. Well, you know, they go together. Honey Pot. And those are all of the ones that are hollow to cut things out. So all of the characters on here, you're able to cut out. The honey pots, the individual honey pot, everything. So that's everything on this page. Hi, Fran. So let me just move these over really quickly. So I might as well, putting them back on the paper would take longer. I love that it has the little honeycomb. Here's this, which I'm not quite sure. Let me see what the stamp set is. What that is. Maybe it's something for them. Oh, it's probably, I would do this as a shelf to put the honey pots on. I can't believe this. You're such a finally have access to paper pumpkin now. I know. I'm really glad you guys get paper pumpkin though. All right, so and here's some more little leaves for blowing. And like I said, here's a honey pot that I think would be really cool to pop up. Let's see, unless it's too big. Oh, it might be too big. And we've got our, so I think this is the middle of the stump. All right, so let's put our characters over here. Oh. Let's not lose any dies, right? I've done that in an unboxing before. All right, I think I got them all. All right, perfect. So we're going to leave them out. All right, next page. Oh, look at the sky. Isn't that pretty? You know what? There's a big copyright issue with it in different countries. It ended up being that something just changed not too long ago while they were, because they're a couple years ahead when they create stuff. Which is why our last catalog, the annual catalog wasn't what we wanted when we said, put the dies together, do this, do that, make it in black ink, make it, so we could read it. And it was already done. And so this time, this catalog is just amazing. So anyway, ooh, I love the sky. All right, so this one is a whole different Piglet and Pooh. They're standing looking instead of walking away. So none of this is going to match up with dies. But look how cute. He's got all the honey pots. They're at a picnic. And they all have their names on here. So cute. Very, very cute. Ooh, the plaid on the back. All right, so there's that. Oh, look at this. You can make scenes on your cards. Just pop up a few characters on there. How nice. This is a good one for friends. That friend sentiment. What did it say? Old friends are the best friends. So that's really cute. Oh, this would be a really cute little belly band or banner or something on a card, or backing for one of these. cute. Okay. I didn't realize that these die. I have not looked at this. So these dies, excuse me. All right, let's pull the large one. Oh, that's kind of too big. All right, let's go with the next one down. Let's go with this one. The second one, I'll just select, oh gosh. These are really glued on here. I don't like to bend them, so I try to be careful taking them off. All right, this one looks like it's it. Look how cute. And all of them have that little, so this goes with all of these. Absolutely adorable. So yeah, so this second one, oh, that I just threw across my desk, goes with all of these. Okay, we'll leave those out. And those are all those images. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Stripes. Really cute. Look, Pooh's climbing up in the tree. The map. Oh, how cute. A lot of fussy cutting if you wanted to use the individual animals doing things. Or, well, I was going to say maybe circles or something, but I don't think so. It'd be fussy cutting. But they're so cute. But you know what? If you have a scan and cut, it looks like they're pretty darn good about the lines. Like Eeyore has this one little space that you would need to put a little line, but they look pretty good that it might work for that. That's the background. And there you go. That is the paper. So super cute, sweet. Hopefully something changes. They did say they will be keeping an eye on it. And obviously if something changes to where they're able to do something different, they will. All right, so there's that and this and this. All right, so now we're going to start the sweets. And the sweets, I'm going to show them in order of in the catalog. So just as they show up. And then everything else is just not in any order other than bundles and then non-bundles. All right, so the next sweet, their first sweet that they show is, oh, I don't want to show you everything at once. That's not fun. This is what they call the in color suite because it has all the in colors in it. The other thing I want to show you is, remember when I showed you guys the list of the items that are staying and that are going to be a year long? This is one of them. So when I use something and it says Y-L, that means year long. Did I put when it started? No, I could have because I do have stickers. And on the other items, it says M-A, which is May through August. And so I may put M-A, Y-L. So I know, okay, it's a year long from May. So here is the first Bouquet Blossoms. So the paper is called Blossom Boutique. And I think that's the name of the, let me pull my catalog. I want to give you guys the right names. Okay, Bloom Boutique, not Blossom. Bloom Boutique. The suite number is 167657. And then you're also going to notice on my stuff, in case I'm using it and you're wondering, I'm putting a B. I put a couple the old way, and then I decided, you know what? I'm going to put B because when I post anything that I'm working on and I put the supplies at the bottom, I always put the bundle. Even if I'm using just the stamp set, I put the bundle. Or if I'm using just the die, I put the bundle because it makes sense. You buy the bundle. You should buy both of them together. So I just put B so you know it's a bundle. And that way, also, it doesn't matter which pouch I put it in as long as, you know, it's the right name. So here's the stamps. Here, looks like we've got some two-step here where you can do your leaves. Each flower has that. And of course, I love looking at the dies to see if there's always something different. So if they have a circle with hollow in the middle, that means they cut out a stamped image. These are all images that we can create our different kinds of flowers, which is really nice. And that's the kind of stuff I look for when I'm doing bingo, is I need to look for things like this because I can't assume that you have this to make that same flower. And so I think this is going to be a fun set. So I'm anxious to get those flowers and put them together, especially when it's going to be a year-long catalog. This one I was so excited for. Scalloped Blooms. So the message says, your kindness means so much. Wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love. Thank you. Happy birthday. You're a blessing to me. Thinking of you. Hugs. Have a good day. Thank you for being there for me. So beautiful. And remember that the size is not always the same when you see it in the catalog and stuff. So, you know, it might be a little bit different. That's for copyright reasons that people don't copy our stuff. Look at these. I am in love. So we have scallops finally, which is going to be beautiful. We've got this really fun scalloped rectangle. We have more of a tag looking rectangle. Here's a regular tag. And then we have more of a rectangle one with a little scallop at the bottom. I think these are leaves, unless I'm wrong. I think those are leaves. And these might be, I don't know what that would be. There's a stamp in, oh no, there's not. Two little circle ones. Oh, probably, well, I was going to say probably if you want to put a hole in there, but those are really big. Does anybody know what those are for? I mean, I guess, oh, let me see. I was going to say, I guess if you wanted to make a banner or something, you could put your circles here and string it straight across or something, but I don't know. But it looks like you could put circles in the corners. I don't know. Not quite sure. We'll look into that. Unless somebody has a brilliant idea. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to figure that one out. But I love the scallops. So I'm excited about those. We also get the scallop treat boxes. Well, I don't think I really need to put it together. It's this big right here. And then the scallops do fit this. And then you can put one a little larger with a different color. You get 8 of them in a box. So that's part of it. Here is another, again, the in colors. Paper reinforcers. See, I thought about that too, but they're really big. Like, here's the little tiny circle for that tag. And I guess this one, I don't know. They seem really big for that, but you could be right. They could go on the back of this and on back of these and then punch the hole through so it's reinforced. They just seem a lot bigger than what I'm used to seeing, I guess. All right. There's that. There's these. And now we have these. All right, come on. So we have butterflies. These are called 20, 26, 28 in color butterflies, and we have two sizes. We have the larger size that go up to here, and then we have the smaller ones. Look how beautiful those are. Oh, the middle of the flower made with the small scallop. Oh, so they made a flower with this. Probably one of the two smaller. Oh, I didn't notice. Look, they're stitched. Every other one is stitched. So we have just the regular and then stitched, regular stitch. So you're saying they used these as flowers and then they put it in the center for the flowers. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, go rest and lay down. You need to go to sleep. It's late for you, I think. We'll see you again. But aren't those beautiful? And they're like a pearlized kind of, well, what are they called? Not pearlized. They're just like a glass, but they look like they're wings. On the tip of the wings are kind of clear. And so they're colored on the bottom, but the rest looks colored. I don't know. They're kind of different looking, but they're very beautiful. So where did my, there it goes. All right, now let's look at the paper. Now, if you watched my bingo last night, the consolation prize was the little coin purses, and I told you that it was part of the paper. It looked like one of the papers. This one is called the Bloom Boutique, which is, you know, with this one. This has gold in it. See the gold? So that's one side. And then we have a solid color on the other side. Oh, Fran, a lot of this stuff looks so much better in person. So that's really pretty. On stage, I thought this was silver, but it's all gold in here. But on stage, it was up on the wall. My husband's asking me, can he spray? I think it'll be okay. We're still doing our cabinets, and he did all the primer, and now he's got to do the painting. And he's like, is the sprayer going to be too loud? But I think it'll be okay. So anyway, and then there's the back side. So look how beautiful these are. Oh, that one's really pretty. Got the gold, and the gold is little flowers. A little cluster of flowers. Yeah, I even thought the Winnie the Pooh paper was way better looking in person than what I was thinking it was. I didn't see it. They didn't have it on stage. Oh, that's really pretty. I'm really loving the green. It is such a great green. I hope I keep this green because it's so pretty. This color is really pretty too. There's the gold. Oops, sorry. Okay, so that is the Bloom Boutique Suite. Love, love, love these in colors. I know I've said that a few hundred times. All right, the next one is another favorite. One of the main ones when I saw it, I was like, that's probably the first one in the catalog I wanted. And I love it. So this one is called Waterside Retreat. So we have a great birthday. There's a book, a cup of coffee, some, they're not reeds. What are those? Not foxtails either, but just some kind of ocean weeds. The birds, seagulls. Here's to a new chapter. Really cute with the book. Relax. Happy Father's Day. Here's Dad. Relax, Dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Today is your day. And we've got the Adirondack. Ooh, look at me. I said it right. Adirondack chair. But let's look at our dies. All right. So we have a different chair. We have the Adirondack wood that goes with the chair. This is slats that you can put on the back of here, and this is going to go behind here and tuck back and glue to back here. So we know what that is. Here, oh, here's our, we have foxtails right there. So that, these chairs are all not part of the suite. This, uh-oh, I should have looked this up. What is that? I bet it's part of the chair. You know what? They told us it on stage, and if I could remember, that would be great. It looks like it might be, it might go right here, but I don't think so. Does anybody remember? Oh, could they be centers to make small flowers with the dies? Oh, yeah. The arm to the chair. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe it just comes right here up on the top of the arms of the chair, so I'll have to try that. We've got the book, the seagulls. Oh, we have another foxtail, cattail. These are cattails, right? Cattails, foxtail. These are cattails. Foxtail is what used to get on my socks when I was young, walking through the fields. So cattails is what those are. So really cool set. I think this is going to be great for retirement, for masculine cards. No worries, Paula. Hello, how are you? And then we have little anchors, anchor charms. Oh, these are not, they sound like metal. It probably says in the catalog. Choking hazard. It doesn't say, but they sound like metal. I think they are. But really, really cute. Okay, so this is reminding me of something. Maybe it's in a different thing, but if I see it, I'll tell you. But so those are that. Now the paper. Oh, I am excited because all I've seen is little bits of the paper. Even when it was on the wall, I didn't look at it too closely. So again, we've got different, we can make cards with these. We can cut this here and make a card. We can cut it here if we need this. Oh, this is another piece. Oh, there we go. But it's big. This is big. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's going to be, oh no, 4 1/4 by 6. So you're probably going to want to either, cut a little bit off up here or cut a little bit off up here and do, a card front if you're going to do that. In my paper share, I'm going to have to figure out how to cut this up. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces, but some are big, some are small. So, but I usually do like a big and a small and, medium and bigger, so it'll all work out. But you'll get an idea of what it is. And then, oh, love stripes. Look at the watercolor type stripes. Cattail. Thanks, Susan. That's what I was thinking. Okay, I love the stripes. Look at these. Okay, wait. I want to make sure if there's any dies in here. All right. No dies there. No dies, no fish. But look at those fish, how pretty. Now, those are more realistic looking than I've seen with a lot of fish. Sometimes in our papers and stuff that we get. But I like this. I like the colors. There's waves. A bike. How cute. Up against a chair or sitting out on the beach. Is there a fence in this? No, there's no fence. Now this would be beautiful scrapbook paper too. You're out on the beach and some really pretty pictures. But the other side is probably what I would use for masculine cards. Yeah, this is was definitely on. Well, this was the first one in the catalog on my list. But once I saw the online exclusives, and I was like, oh, yep, got to do that. Now this is cute too. Gonna hang it on a post. We have a post, the Pooh Bear post even, we can make, or the embossing folder, or just cut a piece out and make a post and hang your stuff on, or your wall. This is really, really a cute set. Oh, look at these. Love the colors. Oh, that's cute. All right, so there we go. That is the Waterside Retreat. Waterside Retreat. Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, Berry Vanilla. Oh, I guess this is, well, I don't know about you, but this looks like Cajun Craze to me. So, unless they're calling it some kind of a, no, pecan pie, but anyway, I think that has Cajun Craze in it too. All right, so that is that suite. Hi, Kathy. Oh, I am excited to do it because this is how I get a better look at it doing this way than I would if I were here, because I would be interrupted and, I'd be starting to want to play, and this kind of makes me go forward and move along. Okay, so here's another suite. It is called Valley in Bloom. And so here's our stamp set, Lily of the Valley. So grateful for you, to one of the nicest people I know. Happy for you, to a forever kind of friend. Happy birthday and a little thanks. So really cute. And then our dies. We have one big leaf here that's different. And then these two. And this one. So I don't think this is supposed to match up with that, but it's giving you the option. You can stamp or die cut. Now this probably, oh, that looks really big. Where's our stamp set? Oh wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought. So, obviously it's this way. So there's that. And this. Oh, I was trying to put the words in there. And then we even have a small one to stamp. So that would be really pretty on the inside, and put a few of these out on the outside. Really, really cute. Oh, beautiful. Wait till you see the rest of it. All right, so there's that one. Here are the gems. This kind of gives you an idea of what the paper is going to look like. Oh, these are definitely like an iridescent. Shimmering dots. So let's see if you can see there you go. Shimmering dots. So pretty. I wish they put the colors of the dots on here. I'm going to guess Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and White would be my guess. Some of my favorite colors. Shimmering dots. All right, wait until you see this. is an embossing folder of all embossing folders. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? So, so pretty. It's a large one. So it's got, well, you can, I don't know if you can see it on here as well. Let me see. Hold on, let me grab some black paper here. And the samples in this catalog, the new samples, they're making me want to do a little more scrapbooking on my own. I'm not a big scrapbooker, but oh my gosh, everything is, look at that. So you can see the flowers, the lily of the valley. Look how beautiful that is. All right, so that's that. And yes, I embossed it. So let me show you. So we have this one. And this is 7.5 by 5.5. And I didn't even do the whole thing. Okay, so you can cut this up and you can do, I think, what did I make this? 4.25 by 5.5. Okay, so you can just take that right out of the middle and cut that down for a card if you want. Obviously, you can, you know, do it landscape also if you want and take whatever. You could do it landscape and you can move your flower to the side. So you can have that large flower and then maybe put a sentiment up here. You could do a little bit of coloring, whatever. I wish Stampin' Up! Would sell longer plates for the cut and emboss machine. So we could add more on them, for sure. I agree. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, the April Paper Pumpkin. Jackie, thank you. So that Waterside Retreat one with the Adirondack chair and all that, the April Paper Pumpkin, if you are interested in that, is the same. It's kind of goes with it. Let me see. I think I have it on here. See, this is the one I was talking about earlier. So the paper pumpkin goes with that set. It coordinates with it. And so super cute. And look at that little sign on the right-hand side that you could put out on the beach that says relax or whatever. That could be your label for that set. Isn't that just adorable? And don't forget Paper Pumpkin. You could sign up and you could pause it if you don't like the following months or whatever. You can pause and continue on when you see the, you know, what you like and don't like and, you know, that kind of thing. So you don't have to sign up for 1 month and quit. You could, but also you can just pause it until you see something, you know, till the next month or whatever. All right. So anyway, very beautiful. It's 3D. Adorable. You would have thought I would have colored it in one of these colors that matches, but I didn't because I wasn't thinking. I was trying to hurry. I got the stuff last night, but it was a crazy night. So with bingo. All right. Luxe White is part of this suite. And you get, oh, I'm looking at the back. I'm like, I can't see anything on there. The scrapbooking workshop kit and coordinates with the Valley in Bloom suite. Has blackberry blue. Oh, you know what? I was going to show you guys that kit, so I've got to write myself a note. Please don't let me forget. Scrapbook, because I got it. It is amazing. Scrapbook kit. The retreat one. But yes, I just ordered this one to Shauna for the Lily of the Valley one because it's so beautiful. I'm like, all right, I got to get it. All right, let's not forget this, I hope. I don't want to forget. Okay, so here's this one. Let's see if you can see. Okay. So you can, you know, probably blend it or whatever on here and it would look really pretty. And you get 2 sheets of that. You get 2 sheets of like a weave. I think this would look really cool too if you did it like in a crumb cake or something and put it with the Waterside Retreat set. Would be kind of cool. Like a weave kind of thing. And then you've got 2 of these. Okay, so 2 of each of these. now the colorful DSP. All right, where colors are Basic Beige, Blackberry Bliss, Coastal Cabana, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist, and Pretty Peacock. Now remember, this will all these papers will be in the paper share. So here's the first one. And you can see the Blackberry Bliss just a little bit on the flowers. That's the back side. This must be a popular print because this was on one of the other ones or something really similar. There's that one. Oh, look at the little flowers. Yeah, I think this was beautiful just to do a sky if you want to do something. This is just going to be sky, which isn't terrible. It can go with a lot of different kits like the Pooh set or anything that you want to create a scene, the beachy one. So don't think, oh, I'm a card maker. What am I going to do with this piece of paper? You can do a lot. Make cards out of this one, and I would do cards out of all of them. So there's beautiful for scrapbooking though. Again, it's that same print, different colors. Oh, so pretty. Beautiful. You know what? I'm going to take my camera up just a little bit more because you guys can't see. Oh. Oh, you don't want to see that big old circle. All right, a little bit better. All right, so there's that one. And then a nice, it's like a watercolor plaid. Oh, I don't know if you can see that one. That one's kind of hard to see. There you go. With green. Ooh, I love this to make leaves out of. So if you need to make leaves for something. Ooh. So this one has like triangles in the background and then like a bouquet. It's got a little ribbon, the golden glow, I think color. Well, maybe not, whatever the yellow was. Ribbon on each bouquet. Really pretty. Ooh. Now that looks beachy too. I'm turning everything into beachy. That's it. So very, very beautiful set. So again, this one is Valley and Bloom. All right. The next one is called Scenic Coast. So the Scenic Coast, you saw when I did my other unboxing, the paper. So let me show you the stamp set. I'm going to show you the paper again though. Wherever this note finds you, I hope it finds you happy. So start up here, you end up with that. Wishing you a lifetime of joy, happy anniversary, happy retirement, congratulations. The adventure continues, you brighten my day. I love that it has the 2-step to do the rock. And then you've got clouds and you've got water and you've got little ships to put on there and a sun for a sunset. Look at these dies though. I'm going to take the magnet out because we're going to look at these and I'm going to put them on the magnet as I show you. Because you've got to look at the paper with this. So here we have Sunset Sparkle Sequins. So these sequins go with that. Is that one a year long? This one? No, it is not. Oh, Valley of Flowers? I don't think so. Let me just double check. No, it is not. It is not a year long. I'm thinking of using this one for a wedding album. I was thinking wedding when I saw that one. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So here's our sequins. Really pretty. All right, now check out this paper. There's even something else that goes with it, but you got to see this paper. And I showed it to you the other day. But can you imagine you've got this and you can take a little ship and just do it in black and you can just put them on the water. Or you can add, you know, your caves because you've got a die for it. You could do this as a silhouette and put it out there. I mean, there's so much you can do. You could just do a circle on its own and then put this on that and make that a scene. There's just a lot of really cool things. Well, I'm not going to put these all on magnets right now, but you can see, so you've got the sun for the sunset. You've got seagulls, you've got seashells, you've got a lighthouse. These are little sailboats. That's these ones right here. Why do they always make clouds flat on the bottom? That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, there are clouds that are just kind of longer looking, and maybe with the sunset, they're making them kind of look that way. I don't know. And then you've got this, of course. And you've got some netting, which would go really good with the seaside set. So see how a lot of these things you can use, mix and match. So think about that too when you're looking at stuff, because that would be great on the waterside retreat set. So what a great set. But check out the paper again real quick. I showed you the other day, but so you get 4 of each, I believe. Yeah, there's 48 in here. So you get 4 of each. But see how it's got that water reflection on there? And that's the other side. All right. Oh, you're welcome, Linda. Let's see. Oh, we've got that. Oh, let's see, a lot of them. Okay, so 2, 4, 6. Well, there's probably 8 in here. I probably lost one somewhere. Yeah, 8. So there's 8 of these. Okay, so there's that one. That one. And these backs could be used for so much. I have used so many packs of paper like this and used the back side for stuff just because you need a certain color. All right, that one. I love how it matches the sunset. Oh, this is obviously the pack I showed you. Okay. And then this one. So see, they all have that reflection. It's very, very cool. Oh yeah, there's some gorgeous paper. Yep, Nicole, you better get them quick. Well, as soon as we can order 10. There's that. And now you also get the Sunset Shimmer Vellum paper that goes with it. Balmy blue and barely blush, and it's iridescent. So it's like we've had before, the Shimmer Vellum. And so there's balmy blue. And so this is what it looks like. This looks dark because I have them two together, but and then oh, you know what it is? And then there's iridescent. I thought they were telling me they're iridescent. Balmy blue, barely blush, barely blush and iridescent. So there's iridescent, which is what is on that paper that makes it shimmer. And then here's the barely blush. Really, really pretty. So that is Scenic Coast. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate a thumbs up. Really, really appreciate it. All right, so there we go. So that is that one. The next one is called Beautiful Ordinary Life. Another beautiful set. Oh my gosh. I even did a little die cutting on this one to show you guys. So here's the stamp set. Bordered in Beauty. I showed you guys this. It was one of my pre-order items for going to on stage. And so, Bubble Bath. Are you saying that that glimmer was Bubble Bath? I think it was barely blush, but let me double check for you. Yeah, barely blush. It's a lot softer, and I think Bubble Bath has a little more of a purple tint to it, and this one does not. All right, so this set I'm so excited about. So this is part of the Beautiful Ordinary Life. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, I was able to purchase this as a pre-item, and then I accidentally added it to my order this time because we were able to order again, like paper or whatever, again, if we wanted to. But we're only limited, you know, when we get to order. So, but that's how I was able to get an extra. So I was super excited because I will be using this like crazy. So you'll see this in bingo for sure. So not only can you stamp all of these things, then we've got, like this one would be like a label or whatever inside a book, or, and then you've got some different, you know, labels or pull out cards or whatever for scrapbooking. But look at these. And I thought I put them in here. Let me see what I did with them. So here are the dies. Oh yeah. And I did two. So look at this. So I did that, and that is this one right here. Okay, so look how long it is. And so I just kind of put it in the middle because I already had this piece of paper cut. So I just wanted to put, I've been wanting some really pretty edges. But look at, we have a file label, or this is a great option for something in scrapbooking. And then we have hearts that do not cut out all the way. They do like this on the bottom of the paper. And then we have, oh, these are like tears. This one has a tear on the top and the bottom. So it would be, my assumption is it would be a pocket, and you could put your, you know, your little tags in and stuff for scrapbooking. But I love this because you could do it on cards too. Is the velveteen that has Bubble Bath? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to show you that. That was on my top of my list too. I think everything was on the top of my list. But this looks like a torn image. So if you wanted to tear your edges, and this, of course, you could use for waves, but there's also, you know, just adding. But look at this one too. So pretty. And that's for an edge too, because obviously Bordered in Beauty. So we have some borders, which we have the butterflies. Look. So you can add, for example, like a piece that's like this size, and you can add this on a piece, you know, that's in your scrapbook or whatever, or on your card, and add a little, you know, extra on there. You could also cut these out. I don't want to, but I'm going to. We can cut out this cute little butterfly, if I can round it nicely enough. And then now you have this cute little butterfly to add on stuff. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I would say maybe less than 6 because look, I had to go so close to that one that it cut the bottom off right there. So there's that. And then, of course, you've got more labels and some different things on this one. But this one was really, it's really, really cute. So, oh, that would be the stamp set. This would be the dies. So I just love this one. I'll keep those. Okay, so there's that. The gems, array of dots. I showed you these two already, but so pretty because they go perfectly with the paper. So really, really cool. So let's look at the paper. I have not, I mean, like I said, when we get to go to on stage and see it, this is what we see. Like some of them are like this, like up on, well, you know, like this, up on the wall. And then some of them are a little more, but you're so busy talking with people that, you know, you're looking at it and taking pictures. And I haven't even looked at my pictures. I posted some, but look at that. That's really cool. All those colors. Ooh, I just had an idea with that. All right, so there's that. I love this. Now, how does this not look beachy? This also looks totally beachy. Ooh, and this looks Lily of the Valley-ish. So I like that they do that, so we can coordinate. I love this too. Pretty. Oh, Tashawn, I'm sorry. But a lot of them are due next week, so that's the good news. I think with on stage, and they did like everybody got the same thing. They've already ordered more, and more are coming in. So now there's polka dots. Oh no, there's not. They're on the other side. I'm like, I can see polka dots through there. I don't know if you guys can, but I thought they were like really soft in the background, but it's because they're on the other side. Which is so funny. I just was packing up my flat rate boxes and putting, you know, old paper in and stuff. And there was a paper like this. And I was debating on keeping it because I have an idea for polka dots. But anyway, that's those two. Little plus signs. And then this here. Love this one. I'm not a big fan of, I mean, I like the black and whites. I like the leaves. I like the honeycomb, but the, like the pluses and the, I don't know. Not a fan of that, but I don't need to be because I'm using this side, the A side. So there you go. There is that. I think I just turned one of them wrong. There we go. That's the paper, but that's not all, folks. We have one other thing that goes in this suite. Let's see. I think I have 2 more suites after this, and then we'll start on bundles. I know it's a long video. I warned you. I should put that on the title of the video. Long, long video. All right, so I showed you guys these the other day, and that they are part of this suite. So I'll just let them drop out. So these are Floral Flight Accent. And there's butterflies, there's flowers. You just got to poke out, you know, the little things. There's leaves and little hearts even. And then this one is a larger one. So you just poke out all of the little bits so you can kind of see what it's about. And it's actually not super thin. It's, you know, like a thinner, what do you want to call this? Like a chipboard, but thinner. Anyway, there you go. You get the idea. So, like that. So that's very cool. All right. So that, I decided to keep that in a large paper pack because they're, you know, pretty big. And I want to, look, I didn't even cut this up. And then I want to, you know, if I want to add more, pull out pieces, because if I use this, I might use, you know, do 10 cards at a time or something. I need the same 10 pieces, and then I can put the rest in here and it won't get all messed up. All right, so that's that suite. All right, so this is the one with the bubble bath and one of my also immediate loves. And then once I saw it in person, you guys are going to be surprised. It blew me away because I did not know. What is the number for that one? For which one, Jackie? The one I just showed? Oh, and by the way, the everyday, let's see. Wait a minute, where's the one I was showing? Oh, I haven't gotten to those yet. So the one suite that's available all year is the one I showed you, which is the, wait a minute, where is it at? I want to make sure I give you the right information. Oh, maybe I didn't put the year long on it. Let's see. Oh, it's the in color one, the Bloom Boutique. I don't think I added year long on that yet. But I think that was the one. Now I'm, yes, the Bloom Boutique is the suite, which is the one with all the little flowers. The black cutout. Oh, the black cutout one. That number for the whole suite. I have the book. Let me look at here. That is Beautiful Ordinary Life. The suite is 167562. And the Floral Flight Accents are 167558. 167558. Okay, so this next one is called Flowering Meadow. And so this one, I did a pouch, the one with the pocket in the front, because I know I'm going to do a lot of this one, because I wait until you see it all. I put a note that said dies inside. And why? Because the dies are this big. So I just cut one of my magnets, my older magnets that were smaller for the old way I used to store my dies. And I added it here so that I could keep them with us, because there's no labels on it. And so usually, you're welcome, Jackie. Usually what I do is I keep my dies separate so I can flip through the dies and see images that, like this one and this one and this one and these, that I could use for bingo. And then, so what I'll probably do on this is just put bingo, so I know that it is usable for bingo for myself. But I didn't see the need of having a whole envelope for this little tiny thing of dies. So, so here's our stamp set, so you can see it better. Let me just do this. All right, there we go. So I think these are really going to be cool, because you can stamp your stems and then stamp your flowers, so you have the two different images. You've got your stems to cut out. Whoops. I was doing it like it's clear. You've got your stems here to cut out. Okay. And this one here goes here. This goes here. So you've got everything that you can cut out. And then you can make your extra flowers and stems. And then you've got your images to do your flowers. So you can do this in one color, and then you can do these, and then, so it's not like a two-step stamping kind of thing. It's just, you can layer them up and cut them out really easily. So I think that is going to be good. Just because cheering you on, you always make me smile for showing you care, and so many reasons to celebrate. Okay, so there's that. And then when I was looking at the papers and the different suites and stuff that they had up, I saw this paper and we were like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So here's the paper. I'm just gonna give you this sweet number right now so you guys have it, because you're gonna want it. Velvet Meadow, 167917. The DSP is 167904. This paper, you know how I am. I like to feel the paper and look at it. Look at this. This is flocked. That's what the best name I can think of. It's got that velveteen on it. So all of this, I don't even know if you guys can see it that close. All of this is like that velveteeny flocking is the best thing I can say. So that's what all of the little dandelion on here is. Okay, and look at how pretty that backside is. It's just really soft, the same kind of flowers, and a really soft, let's see right there, print. Oh, I think all the flocking, I don't know how it's turned down, but here's the backside of this one. It's little tiny, like plaid. Really, really light. Right? And this, okay, this is going to be beautiful cards. You've got flocking again. I call it flocking. I don't know. Velveteen, I guess, because there is velveteen paper in this. You're going to see another pack of paper. But I call it flocking. Again, all these little white flowers. Let's see if I can turn it just right. So you can see them up here. All the little white flowers are all of that. Really pretty. The texture is just beautiful. Now this one, it's hard to see, but it just it has a lot of like hash marks. Like it's different. It looks like, let's see. Oh, it's going to be hard to see. All right, right there in the corner, you can kind of see it. It just has different like streaks. Like one of them's really close, like a checkered. One of them looks more like a tweed. One looks like paintbrush strokes. So it's just super light, but has a little texture on it. Oh, wow. See, I mean, I've seen this on the wall, but I could not even tell you. I could not have told you what the paper looks like, except that first page. I think we were so excited to feel that first page had a flock on it. And this one does too. All the little, let's see. All the little white flowers. See, there's little white flowers everywhere. Yeah, these would be beautiful wedding cards or wedding album. All right. Look at that. Now, this has a lot of the white on it. You see it? It is beautiful. And then here's the other side. Really pretty. Okay, this looks like the other paper that had the soft little flowers on it, but it's like tone on tone. There we go. All right, and then, ooh. All the white is the flock. And this even has, the background even has like, it's like very light plaid, like white on top of the pink, like little lines. It's very pretty. Ooh, one more. All right, this has to probably be my favorite one because it's so colorful. Look how pretty that is. And yes, all of the white, not the daisies, but all of the, like, I guess those are dandelions again. Let's see. Here we go. All the dandelions are in the flock. Very, very pretty. Oh, thank you, Melanie. They're cat eyes, and I've done them once, I think, before, but I thought this color looked fun. Looked pretty, not too crazy. for the cat eyes. Okay, so that is this paper. And we have another paper to show you. I'm laughing because I said we have another paper to show you. For some reason, I just had this memory of my father, because my father would say, do you have a turd in your pocket? Because who's we? And I'm like, oh. Funny how you think of things, you know, when your parents are gone and just something just clicks. Bubble bath and peaceful pine and white. Bubble bath, peaceful pine and white. And it's kind of like that, that paper that was the red and the white and the green, I think, at Christmas time. It's just that velvety. It's the same feeling on here. Velveteen. So there's 2 pink, 2 green, and 2 white. All right. I don't know if you could, I think I tried before to stamp on it and it was not great. But I think it would be, I'm going to look at the dies right now and see like what, we could use it to do the die that was like this one. So that or these little ones. I would do the little ones and do a little piece of that and do little flowers. So anyway, so there's that. And one more thing. Oh, I was just like, where'd the dice go? Never mind. Look how pretty. Dreamy flowers. Yes, they are. All right, I'm going to read these colors one more time, or if I didn't. Basic beige, berry burst, bubble bath, cloud cover, daffodil delight, and peaceful pine. So this is berry burst. That's what I was thinking. Wanted to confirm. Look how beautiful. Let's see. The white's a little hard to see, but... And they have texture, like they have a print on them. There you go. They are really, really pretty. And they're not too thick. I mean, I wouldn't say they're like the low profile, but they're definitely not those bumpy ones. They do have a little depth to them. But they're beautiful. All right, one more suite. And you probably have seen this one a bit because this one was one we were able to do at an after hours at retreat. I didn't do it because we had other plans that night, but I did, and I haven't even seen the paper or anything, like really looked at it. So here we go. We have, okay, a moth, a butterfly, or at least I think that's a moth, a butterfly. These are really pretty. Some greenery. Thankful for you. Sincere thanks. You make the world a better place, and you're an amazing friend. Love them. And then another kind of flower. And this is how big they are. Has a label. I like anything with like texture in the stamp set. Let's see. Can impress on it. Can you use the impress on what? You can impress on this set. All right, so, so these, these are flowers. These are how you make your flowers right here. Oh, so you're probably saying you can impress on the flowers on this set. Like, and this, like some of these items in here. I really like, okay, so this is so tiny. Oh, these are the inside of the flowers. Okay, so these are the petals that you're gonna make flowers out of. And then this, I think, is the inside of your flowers. So let's see. This one really, this, and this can all be used without the stamp set. And then and this one, these two. And then these, this one and that one, you need those cut out things in the stamp set. And then you've got a nice label here too. I think she was talking about the other paper you said you won't stamp on. Oh yeah. I think you could impress on it, and I think you could use those dies that have the impressions, you know, in the die, and it would give you an image. But yeah, this is really pretty. So that's this one, because when I was watching people making the cards, when I saw some of the, I was like, where did the flowers come from? And that's when I realized it's those right there. All right, so there's that. Now let's jump to the gems. These are called dewdrops. Now this set is called Moonlit Flora, and the stamp set is Fern and Flora. Oh, let me open this up. All right, so I'm guessing that this is Misty Moonlight. Let me see if it says in here. My book. Page 72. Yeah, the samples in this book are just beautiful. All right, so these are, oh yeah, I forgot. My first thought was Secret Sea, but then I thought, no, it can't be Secret Sea because it's leaving, but it's not leaving. So Secret Sea, Old Olive, and Clear. No, the things that are staying around are these. Let me give you a shot here. Bloom Boutique, the scalloped blooms, the Boutique Blossom, so that's part of that suite. This is part of the suite. And then the In Color Butterfly, so that whole suite. And then two things that I haven't shown you yet that are also staying year round. So just that very first suite I showed you was the first one. Did we get the stamp set at On Stage? This one, if you did the after hours crafting, then yes, this is that suite. Then you guys, I believe you guys got all of these. All right, so these are the gems. Okay, Carol, no problem. So this is going to go here. And then look at this, though. I don't think you guys got this at Backstage. So we have our new folder called Fern and Flora. And it's a 3D. So, show you that. And then here's the folder. Let me grab this. Really pretty. Now I did do this so you can see it. So see how it's like deeper here and a little smoother, just like it shows on here. Oops, just like it shows on here. Like it's deeper here and then not so much here. Like it's layered, it's 3D-ish. Same thing, deeper here, a little softer here, deeper up here. Just really cool folder. All right, so there's that. Get my black paper back. All right, so there's that item. And then, you know what, I should check the dies. Here's our paper. And I didn't think about the dies. Let's see. Just in case. This big leaf may come somewhere. I don't know. I think that moth looks kind of weird, but this is really pretty. And These are like, there we go. Oh, I love this. Love, love. Really pretty. Oh, can you imagine the Christmas stuff with this green? I cannot wait. Really pretty. And I love these colors together. And this is what the flowers look like. So you've got those petals that you're going to cross over and make your flowers like this. And then you've got the little insides. That's what those other little ones were. Not pretty. Yeah, Secret Sea is staying because it's an in color. And so you'll see it in product. It's not in the catalog like everywhere. They don't show the in colors, but they're not new. And so I'm not sure what they're doing about that, but it was kind of weird. Love this DSP. The moths are beautiful against the incredible foliage. Yes, I agree. It is beautiful. And I love how it has the pop of color with the berry burst or whatever color this is. I'll read the colors. Let me see. Basic black, berry burst, golden glow, mossy meadow, old navy, peaceful pine, pecan pie, secret sea, and soft sea foam. So yeah, there was a couple things I thought were odd with the old end colors, which is our newest ones at this moment. Like the family packs of paper in the back, they didn't have one for that group. And I'm not sure if they're just not going to do that because it's only a year long, or I'm not sure. I did call them about it, so they were looking into it. But yeah, I loved how it has that pop of the berry burst in there. Ooh, speaking of berry burst, look how beautiful that is. It's got little tiny X's on it. Are your guys' list getting longer and longer? I'm kind of noticing which papers I need to reorder more of, and it's all of them. Look at that. Just quick glance, that looks like Christmas. Very cool, huh? Backside. I love when they give us a lot of papers that have just a lot of little print on them. Because sometimes you just need something in the back and you don't want a solid image. You want something with a little print on it. I mean, these would make amazing sympathy cards too. Here's those flowers again. That color just reminds me of the California poppies, kind of. But I love how they shadowed it, like it's brighter on the top and a little darker, so you can see that goes behind that. And it just looks like it's, you know, with the shading in there. It is just beautiful. Oh, look at that. All right, and that was it for that pack. All right, so that is all the sweets. Okay, let me glance real quick and see if I have anything that I think leaves will come off. I don't think so. There's no die cutting on this DSP, which is good because it's absolutely beautiful like it is. I mean, even these are beautiful. Oh, smart, Tashana. Right, Jackie? All right, so let's put this away. Now, I'm bringing over a couple things. So, I already showed you guys at the very beginning, the family pack. I showed you the in color. I'm not going to show you the rest of them. They're just exactly the same. The polka dots and the stripes and all the colors. So I did get those because I love polka dots. All right. Let me jump to this just to get it out of the way. The ephemera, I already showed you the two sets I have. These are the other two. And this one, for some reason, somebody forgot to put it in my cart. Rude. That would be me, because I forgot to add it. I was thinking it was one that I already had, but I didn't look close enough because I obviously didn't. Because when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute. And what I usually try to do is when I put it in a cart, if it's something I want 2 of, because that's the max you could get, I would go and look and make sure that I had, it says order, quantity ordered, you know, you met your quantity ordered, whatever. And, oh, there's 3 in here. I thought there was 2. And so, yeah, I guess I missed that one altogether. All right, so some ephemera. Ooh, these are stickers. So there's the first page. Now my light's a little crazy right there. All right. And then the second page. It's hard to see, kind of light. And the third page. So love that there are sentiments on these. Have to place another order, yeah. And so that's it. That's the 3. So love sentiments. It's when they're like this. I love the ephemera packs with sentiments because, see, I don't need that. I do want this because I need to, although I don't think that I do. Oh, yeah, I do. It's got the colors. If it has the colors, I usually keep it, but I'll cut it out and put it back in there later. These envelopes I got from Amazon. I love them. I put my paper pumpkins in them. They're just easy to use. I don't like having stuff that's really hard to get my hands in, so these are really easy. All right, so these, again, keeping you. So normally I would take my little cutter out and cut this and make it look nice and neat, but not today. All right, so these are just labels, a lot of labels. And these are also sticky. So usually I pop my labels up. So let's see. Oh, that's one. Okay, so that's one, and this is one. So they've already got the holes in some of them not. These all have holes. Obviously these shapes don't. And those don't. So just this sheet with it that has tags and these are labels. So those are something nice to have too, especially if you're traveling and you're wanting to craft or, you know, put stuff together, or even like paper pumpkin alternatives or something. You could take those and use them and not have to carry so much stuff. Artisan Sketched Garden. Oh my gosh. We saw them doing this as a sample. Are the ephemera cases taller than the stamps? Let me look. I have... Nope. Perfect. Can you post the Amazon link for your pocket folders? For this pocket folder or these pocket folders? This is not Amazon, but this is. Yes, I'll look it up tonight and I will repost it on this video. I know I posted before, but it's been a while on a video somewhere. But yes, I will. They're very great and very handy. All right. So this paper, Artisan Sketched, was so cool because we saw them color these items, which was really great, because my thought is you could, you know, put water here, do just a little color. You don't need a lot, like a pop of color, and maybe just do the centers of these flowers, add a little, well, there's no water there. That's a vase. And then maybe add a little green and maybe a stripe in the middle and leave the rest black and white. I think there's a lot you could do with this paper. And so this was really cool to watch them do. And look at all the back. Now that's the kind of stuff I like to see on the back of with the black and white. So that is really pretty. And it gets better. Look at these. You can color them. You can use a blending brush. You could, you know, leave them black and white so much. And look at this. Look how cute that is to put black and white and then put the flowers and make a card with that. So that's the black and white. This one, I wish there was dies with this. But this one has several different clusters, and even leaving it black and white is beautiful. It's got little buds back there. This one's all roses. Roses and leaves with little buds. There's little buds in there. And then that one, really pretty. Right. Nicole, you're right. I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with this catalog. I am just so impressed. Again, these are really pretty. Ooh, ooh, this makes me dizzy that close. There you go. Stripes. And they're kind of a watercolory, not watercolory, but like a sketched, like you can see like pencil sketch, like they might have rubbed it after they did it. It's really cool looking. All right. Again, bouquets of flowers. Now, what about the sets that have vases and different things, or the pots or whatever? You can take these, cut those out, color them, plop them in a pot. Love, love, love. All right, so there's that one. All right, so that is the end of the DSP. I showed you guys on my opening video when I returned from on stage. Let me just put these over here. Of our stencils that did these. So we had the watercolor, the water looking stencil, or they did it in brown and made it look like a giraffe. Or they could do it in green and make it look like an alligator. There's all kinds of different kind of things they were showing. And then they also have a polka dot one. And this is how big they are. So if you're going to do a bunch of cards like this, I would suggest you put a full sheet of paper, 12 by 12 is what I would do. And then color the whole thing and then cut it up. That way your paper, number one, is in one piece. And then you can just cut it up and it'll be all nice. So your image on the inside is right at 12. So you have this edge to hold on to. Put a piece of paper underneath and just go to town. Get it all colored, or if you want blues and greens or whatever you want to do, put that on. And it gives you two different patterns here, which is really cool. So if you wanted to add something with a pattern on a card, you could always just take the dots and brush it on and have a little bit of a light dot on there. So it gives you some color. Okay, this next bundle is one of your year-long bundles. Okay, here's another one here. And it's called Balloon Festoon. Festoon. You did it. Enjoy your day. Happy birthday. Let's celebrate. Hip, hip, hooray. And you can put confetti in your balloons. You could put gold in there. You know how you find these gold circles in, like, you know, weddings and different things. Or you can do like parties or 4th of July, or there's all different kinds of things. And then I love that it has like the banner. So that's the stamp set. This one is amazing. Look at this. So the large one, I don't know why you would want such a big one on a card. Let's see what size this is. This is 4 by 5 1/4. So obviously it will, okay, so let's look at a card base. Okay, here's a card, oops. We need one. Here's a card base. And so no, it would not fit on a card base. This one won't. The next one I would say probably will. So you've got, but for scrapbooking, they're perfect. And you've got strings. You've got your little You know how the balloons have like a little shine? Oh, like right here. Like a little shine mark on it. That's what that is. And so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different sizes. And then you've got one that you can stamp. And I would assume, let's see. Yeah, the smallest one is the one that will cut out your stamps. But this would be really fun for scrapbooking because you can make a balloon and then you can cut this one out and maybe somehow cover that up or something and put, you know, a photo in there or something. And then do your string and do, you know, so you totally looks like a balloon, but it would be kind of cool to have like an image up, you know, in the balloon. It would be kind of fun. Anyway, balloons are always great for birthdays, so I love that. So that is a year-long one, so that's going to stay. All right, the next one is Extraordinary Life Dies. Stampin' Dies. This is a lot of scrapbooking, but you can also use it for cards, okay? Oh yeah, the balloons with banner dies are perfect. This is a beautiful life, noteworthy. You can write yourself a note. Again, honeycomb here. Cherish this, top 5, good times, and one fine day, and love it. You could use any of these things for cards also. So this ampersand can go with another stamp set when you find 2 words that, you know, you want to put on there or whatever. Happy and love or, you know, whatever. And so you can, you know, make it work. So I always like to get stuff just because, you know, sometimes you're like, gosh, I wish I had a butterfly that was like this big, or I wish I had a little tiny banner, or, you know, so I look at the little things too, thinking, okay, what could I use these for? That could be a party hat. You just add a little pom-pom at the top. Done. Turn it upside down, party hat. So, or a banner. You could do a banner going across and make it like a pendant banner. Anyway. And then you've got, you know, your dies for those and the little tag. But then you've got this cute little hexagon with a little heart. And then the flower that goes with the flower. So you've got stuff that cut out. This is a leaf that has a little stitching already in it from the stamping, which is kind of cool to go with the little flower. I mean, there's all kinds of little things. There's a little tab, which is great. You can make a tab in a card. You can, you know, make a little, you know, thing that pops out. But for scrapbooking, it's great. Love the little frame. Super cute. So there's a lot of good things. So make sure, even though you think, oh, that's scrapbooking, not always. I mean, it's they're trying to do it for both. So it's really helpful. So I like that. But wait until I show you guys the scrapbook retreat kit, because that is what made me think, all right, I'm going to do a scrapbook. All right. Partial die cut. Oh, on the balloon for the stem, you could just partially die and then stop at the bottom. I think that's what you might be talking about. All right, so this one's called Heirloom Boutique. I love the sketched kind of look. Lots of love, a day to remember. Also, scrapbooking or card making. I'm filled with love for you today and always. I love all the little detail where you can do the flowers and the leaves, and such a great set. Okay, I am going to move that. So I love this. This would be a great set to do like the blending brush and just do a quick little flick of color on the leaves, add a little bit on the flowers and make it real sketchy kind of looking. Really cute. But the dies, there's a lot of extra in here, which I like for, well, you know, I got to think about bingo, but you've got all these different flowers. You've got leaves, you've got a stem here, you've got centers of flowers. So that all works great for all different kinds of things. So they can be larger and then they can go to smaller different sizes. So I think this is going to be a fun set to try. And I like that they're more like whimsically. They're not like perfect petals or anything. I like to kind of fold them and do things with them and make them look a little bit different. All right, so this set, so remember now, the first In Color Suite and the balloons are both all year long. Okay, and I have one more that's coming up. This one is one that we played with at on stage. We didn't get to see the set or play with it, but we got to play with just this die right here, and I'll show you. Sending happy thoughts. Love the leaves. Again, a sketchy kind of look. I love any kind of splatter. I love the font. Sending happy thoughts. Special thanks. Best wishes. Hello, friend. And look at that flower is bigger. Okay, so it's much bigger than it is on here. So I'll put the top to the top. So that's how much bigger it is. See how it comes all the way down. All right. So really cool. The dies. This is the one we played with, and I'm going to show you because it uses the impress plate. Okay, so I'm going to show you how that works with this. Okay, this one has the branches and these three leaves that aren't part of the stamp set, and then the rest is part of the stamp set. So you've got some that you can stamp, and then I mean, maybe you can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Let me look real quick. Sometimes you stamp the sets. Oh yeah, these are the dies. I thought that was the stamp. So yeah, you're going to just cut those out. I was like, oh, usually they're not, they're hollow on the inside if you're going to cut out a stamp like this is. So I'm going to show you how to use this with the impress plate. So in case you haven't seen the impress plate, I'll show you how it works. If I can remember. All right, so let me see if my thing camera is up far enough. I think so. All right, so I have a piece of paper. Did I put it in here? I did. I have a piece of paper. We're going to use the new Barely Blush. And I need my plates. All right, you're going to need all of your plates, okay? So you're going to need your base, so your number 1, your number 2, your 3s, your 4, and your impress mat, okay? You should be able to use that die if you have a rubber impression mat with any die cutting machine. Yes, I think so too. It depends on the machine and the pressure and stuff, but usually you'll be able to. All right, so we are going to cut our die first. But what we're going to do is we're going to spritz our paper, and I'm going to do it away from here so it doesn't get everything wet. I'm going to do it over my trash can after I move my trimmer. So I did 3 sprays, and I used this one because I don't like refilling my water a lot. So if I'm doing a lot of stuff, this is the one I'll use. And this one has a really soft mist, which I really like. So I sprayed it. You can see it's mostly misty with a couple bigger drops. And now I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to put my die on top. Oops, let's do it downward so it'll cut the paper. All right, we're going to put that on there. And this is, let me just double check. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 is my paper. Okay, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to put that on there. Take my other plate, just like regular when you're die cutting. 1, 2, and both 3 plates, okay? We're going to take this, move that over. Let me move my stuff. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to leave it just like it is. I'm going to lay it down. We are going to put in, I'm trying to remember. Yes, we need to keep 1 and 2. You take away 3, okay? Take away 3. We're going to take this, and I'm going to leave it in the die if you can. If not, you can put it back in, but it will, sometimes it does move. So we're going to take this now. We're going to lay it on here. I'm going to turn this like it's getting ready to go in. Okay. So it's sitting in the die. You're going to take your impressions mat. What I like to do is lay it at the top, line it up, and then hold it right here and drop it so that paper stays in your die, okay? Then you're going to take your plate 4 and you are going to lay it down. So try to make sure you don't move everything around too much. You want that paper to stay inside your die, okay? Now we're going to put it in here. And let's see what, oops, here we go, what happened. I should have showed it to you before we impressed it, so I will. So there it is, all impressed, but let me show you what it looks like if you just die cut it. So let me find my papers, my plates. There's this, let me find a color piece of paper. Here I have a, all right, let me cut this piece down for you real quick, and I'll show you what it looks like without the impress. All right, so we're going to put this here. You thought you were going to get a lot done tonight, right? I appreciate those still hanging out with me. I'm almost done. All right, we're going to go through. Well, there's still a bit, but. So because this is an impressed die, this is what the die looks like. Remember, it's not really a die other than it cuts out the outside. And then this is impressed. Okay, so the impression plate or mat makes a huge difference. I didn't miss this either, but it doesn't really make a difference when you die cut it. It's mostly when you are impressing it. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a really good, thank you, Tammy. That really does help. Look at, see the difference? That's how you can really tell. This is the back side. And then this is the front side. All right. And now I think this would be really cool. Even if you did it like this and colored these outsides and then stamped the big flower and put it on top. I don't know. We haven't tried it yet, but that just gives you an idea of what the impress plate does. It's only, I think, $11 is what it was. And I say it's totally worth it. Somebody had asked me, is it worth it? And I say, yes, it is definitely a very cool feature. And I don't know, I haven't really looked everything over really closely. I know there's one other item that I did on the last video that impressed really well. And so I don't know if there's a lot of impressed dies yet. And maybe they're testing the waters or whatever. I'm not quite sure, but it's just something to think about. I would definitely get it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you how that worked so you can see the difference and decide if that's something that you would want to get or not. So what is the purpose of spraying the paper? It kind of softens up the paper a little bit, and then when you put it through the impress, it smooshes, it blends into that impress, that die a little better. It's kind of like when you spray paper to crinkle it up and do something with it. It's a little easier to move around and do stuff with. And that is, why you spray paper when you do stuff. A lot of times when you see paper flowers and they're all kind of crinkly, it's way better. And I have to say that when you do it let me just show you real quick because I know. So let's just say that you want to do, let me add this here. Let's just say that you want to make flowers and you're doing something. Now I have to say Stampin' Up! Is the most amazing paper to do it with, because Stampin' Up! Has great paper and it doesn't all just dissolve in your hand, because that will happen if you buy store paper. Like, you know, at the store. So we're going to leave that there. And then we're going to do this one and we're going to crinkle it up without water, other than kind of what's on my hand. So let's crinkle this one up. The dies that go with Susan's $1 Million stamp set can be used. Yeah, that's the one I did on my mini unboxing. I did on the stuff that I had for on stage. So this one, okay, normally you would want to wait until it's dry, but I'm not going to dry it or anything like that. And let's just pretend that this was a flower die. So this is kind of what you get. Okay, so let's say, okay, we want this beautiful flower, which it's not cut or anything, but let's just pretend it was. If this was dry, and you got to open it very carefully because it's very wet, but when they dry, it gives it so much more pliable for you to do with whatever you want. So now you can be like, okay, I want this to be a rose. And then you can kind of, you know, play with it. And other paper, I'm telling you, it would be you'd have purple on your hands. It'd be a mess. But anyway, you can see the difference. Once it dries, you just open it up very carefully and it's super cool. So, that kind of, it gives you, you know, the difference of that. So yay. Okay. So that's why if you want to wet stuff for the impress, it just helps mend it. Okay. Next one is so cute. I am not normally an animal, like cutesy animal. Well, I shouldn't say that. The bugs were adorable. There are some that I like, but there's a lot of the animal ones I don't get. Sorry, I gotta take a drink. I'm talking a lot. Look how cute this Safari Smiles is. And the samples they have are absolutely adorable. Oh, thank you, Tammy. It's just absolutely adorable. These are just so cute. And the samples are just wonderful. So congratulations. Cheers. Hey there, just for you and from all of us. Perfect, short, sweet, just so cute. Look at the little family. It's just so cute. And then you've got these dies. Now the dies we have here, obviously this cannot be in bingo, which just crushes me because I would love to. But so we have the animals here, the bird, which is right here. Then we've got a rock. Okay, so you've got your rock. Now you do have little, you know, greenery and little twigs. So you've got all of that kind of stuff. And then you've got these. Now, this would be, to me, this would be like a puddle of water or something that they're, you know, they're walking along. Here's another rock. So these are the rocks. That would be a puddle to me, that they were just walking along and there's a puddle there. These could be clouds, but they could also be bushes. So, you know, hi, Tandra, how are you? These could be bushes or clouds. So whatever you want it to be, but like, see, that looks like it's a puddle to me. So, but I mean, it could be a funky looking cloud. You can tell this just looks flat and this looks poofy, but, the samples are adorable. So when you get your catalog, you're going to have to take a look because that will sell you. They did amazing on the catalog this year. All right. The next one I have, where did you get your spray bottle? Amazon, I think. Let me see. I marked it water because sometimes I use other stuff in these. It's Ranger Mist. It's a Ranger Mister. It sprays really well because it's misty. It's a mister. All right. So this one is called Words and Wishes, which is super cool. I did get to play with this one a little bit ahead of time because I knew by the time we got to this, we're going to be dying here. To a friend worth celebrating, I hope your day is delightful. Thanks for being so fabulous. Life is better with you around. To someone who's always there when I need you, happy birthday too. Or that could be for to you. You can make a card or whatever. tag, I mean. You make every moment special. You put yay in every day. I'm so lucky to have you as my friend. I wish we could celebrate together. You make life sweeter than cake. Life would be much better, much more duller. Wait, life would be much duller. I was thinking much more duller. I'm like, that is not good. Yeah, would be much duller without you. Thank you. You are the best. Best wishes and for you. So, and then you've got this really cute cake, candles, and some gifts. But then we have this, and this one is super, super cool. So you've got best wishes for, okay, so wait, wishes best for, thank you, happy, and birthday. You've got little leaves. You've got the cake cut out. You've got corners that you could do little confetti on. So let me show you. So here's your corner that you could do confetti on and cut out. And then you've got the two little gifts. So you've got this leaf, these leaves, and that's it. Other than the confetti for dies. So I just did one real quick to show you. So this is happy birthday. This is a card base. So yes, you can do it in portrait. How cute is that? You can add the little cake down here if you wanted. You can add the confetti on, your layer that you're going to put behind this. So there's just a lot of great things. This is the Barely Blush and then just basic black. And so I thought that was really cute. So I love the layered words like this, because sometimes you want a large one and I just don't like large word dies sometimes. So I'm going to put that in right here in my pocket. All right, so I've got it in my pocket. And I like to put, oh, that's fine. I don't know. All right, I'm deciding if I like the die in the front or the paper in the front, but I think I like the die in the front because then I can actually see them. All right, so there's that one. Here's another one that I played with, and it is called Storykeeping Hybrid. Now, when we were first getting ready to do our pre-order, they told us this wasn't going to be available, but it was. I always check. So if Stampin' Up! Says, oh, here are the list of items that aren't available yet, I always double check because that was a few days before we were able to do it. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to check anyway, and looky what I got. All right, so it's a hybrid. It is an embossing folder. Okay, this embossing folder, your paper, you want it to be like 6 by 6 or even a little bigger, because I think I did, what did I do this one? Oh yeah, no, this one is 6 by 6. So I ended up doing it 6 by 6. This is, of course you can't see it as well, white. So, and I did the back side. So here, let me see. So you have celebrate, life is sweet, the story, love this. This is us, good times. And then you have, capture this, which would be really cute with our little camera, right? And then you've got little flower, music notes, a heart, a little asterisk, a little bow, a camera, a butterfly, and I think that was it. So, and the period on the us is attached. The I on the birthday on the previous set, not attached, so don't lose your I. All right, so, and then you also get these dies right here, and I'll show you those in a second. So this is this, and then this is the house, and I just stuck the window in it because you could, it just cuts out the middle. It's got a larger camera, which I'm not sure. See, this doesn't fit here because I thought it might, but you could probably put a circle there, or I'm not sure why it's just that and not like something that you can layer up on, unless I'm not seeing it. So the heart from the front right here, you can add, it goes in the back of that like this one. So the butterfly fits in the back of the circle. Okay, this fits there, and then you have your extra colors there. All right, and then of course you have the music notes. I put this on here because this is one of these. If you didn't put this window, you could probably put a little door and then make these windows or whatever. So I just added it on there because when you cut this out, you're going to get 4 perfect little tiny rectangles. And so I added it on there. And of course, this great arrow. So I thought this was a really cool set because you could always do a card with "This Is Us" and put a picture or something. It doesn't have to be all scrapbooking. But I've decided I think I'm going to start scrapbooking my family, my grandkids, and my husband and I, our trips, so I can at least have that. I don't know if I could do a scrapbook for each kid because I've got 7 grandkids. I did my son when he was in the military. I did 3 large scrapbooks for him. Oh, here you can see it a little better here. 3 large scrapbooks for him. One was basic training, one was his AI training, one was Afghanistan, and that was a lot. It kept me sane, I have to say that. Definitely kept me sane. It kept me busy, which was good. So I'm thinking I'm going to start out with trying to figure out my own stuff. All right, I want to stamp this because I want to see what this is. 'Cause I am wondering what exciting times. Let's celebrate. You did it. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. So I want to put this on a block. I'm going to take this off and put this on. Ooh, my block barely fits, but we're going for it because I have it out here. Let's use our new ink. I just want to see how, because this comes with a punch. And this one's called a rounded rectangle. All right, ink to, oh, you know what? I didn't wipe this off yet. My baby wipe is dry. I think it's because I've been on here for a little while. All right, so let's wipe this off. My husband's so funny. He's like, "You're doing an unboxing the day after bingo?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I go, "I really wanted to do my unboxing last night, but I waited, so got to do it today." All right, so I like to stamp it off just so I, like on a piece of paper, just so I get that extra water off if there's any on there on the stamp. All right, so I'm gonna ink that up. Now we are getting used to this ink pad, right? It's new. I want the ink to come to the top. All right, let's see. All right, so there's our image for our frame that we're going to check out. I'm going to wipe off this right away. I don't want this to be too terribly stained. I'm going to use my cleaner later, but that worked just fine. And then I don't know if this one goes in the middle. Where is it? Oh, it does kind of go. Oh, yeah, no, it doesn't. It's too big. Oh, I don't know. It looks very close, like it goes over that inside line. So I don't think it goes there. All right, so let's try this. Are you guys learning a lot, I hope? I'm learning right along with you. We're figuring it out. All right, so this, oh yeah, that doesn't look good. So I'm thinking you do this. We're going to take this one. We're going to put it on another, well, we won't put it on another block. We'll put it on this one. All right, we're going to take this one. And I'm going to, let's stamp in our Peaceful Pine so we can play with a new color. Let me wipe this off. All right, let's do this. Oh, look at that. Just pops right open. All right. Stamp. Ooh. Now I think this goes over here. All right, this is looking better. you know, I gotta get it somewhat close. All right, close enough. All right, so I think what you do with this is you take this and then pop this up right there. Because this one, or just use it like it is. Because this one, it goes over the line. So let's just see what it looks like. But you could take this one and then pop it up. And it's going to cover that inside circle. But it pops it up and you'll have some lines back there, which I think would be kind of cool. The other thing, I think you just leave that like that. And then that's easy enough to cut out. Or, let's see what this does. But I think it cuts out that middle one. But I don't know if it cuts it out. I mean, you might be able to cut it out just right if you are not tired. Let's see. There we go. So there's that one. And then there's your frame. So if you're really close, if you use red or navy, the stamps get stained a little, but good to know the wipe is right away. P.S. Got the baby wipes you use. Love them. Oh, Tammy, best baby wipes. Costco, you guys. Costco baby wipes. You got to get them. There's no lint. How did I learn that? I don't know. I don't think anybody told me. I think I had gotten them because we go to Costco a lot. And I thought, well, I'll get these. And I was just going back with Stampin' Up. And yeah, they've been wonderful. There's no lint on them. And then I think somebody did say, oh yeah, I only use those. There's no lint. All right, so then it'd be easy enough to just cut that out. And you could pop this one up here too. Or you could pop this one up. So, and then of course you wouldn't have to take that one out. But anyway, so I wanted to play with that and just kind of see what that did. So we did. Yay. And of course a rounded circle punch. I mean, rectangle punch, who wouldn't want that? Isn't that you use with the impression plate? No, it's a stamp. Oh, you might be behind Tammy. I mean, Nancy, I don't know where you're at, but isn't that one you use with the impressions plate? I'm not sure where you're at. You'll have to let me know. Okay, now I also want to try this one. So let's stamp. Okay, I'm looking. I think, all right, let's look. We could do, oh, I am excited about this. It's better than I thought. All right, so here's, now that I'm looking at it. All right, here is my first one. Let me grab two more. My blocks are probably dirty, sorry. I didn't clean them after bingo. All right, then here's the second one. Here is our third one. We're just going to go for it and try them all. I didn't realize that there were 3 different things on here. So, oh, and then this one. Okay, so we've got the little whimsy thing. Fluttering by to say hi. I almost said flirting by. Fluttering by to say hi, friend. You are so appreciated. Thinking of you today. And look, this right here, these little, they're in a row. They're all one stamp, which is nice. Let's see. Love the pockets you put your stamps in. So easy to put them in and out. Love them. Stampin' storage. I was confused and tired and didn't see. Oh, no problem, Nancy. Glad you punched those stamps out. Oh, yes, the butterfly ones. Okay, so let's try these. Okay, let me get a bigger piece of paper here. Okay. I'm first going to take a baby wipe. And I am going to rub anything off that's from the factory, any residue. I like to do that when I remember. Otherwise, you're going to put your stamps in and you're going to be picking up residue. And I like to stamp any water off. Paper will just pick it up. All right. Back to our new black. All right, so we're going to go with, let's see. Yeah, let's try this one for, no, we're going to do that one next. We're going to do this one first. All right, so we're going to do this. This one has the detail. Okay, where's my lid? All right, we're going to stamp. I should have looked at the punch. We're good. Okay. This one is called All Aflutter. Okay, so there's my first guys here. Okay, so see what I mean? How there's a little bit of color, and I don't really mind if it's a little, so I can, actually you can see it kind of good when you turn. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of our new colors, Golden Glow. Ooh. And we're going to take this one. Oh, somebody's got a thumbprint in there. I've never had this open except to do that. I don't know that that's me, but I bet you it was Brian. All right, I'm going to stamp this over here first. Ooh, that's a lot of ink. I'm getting a little crazy and carried away over here. All right, so I just keep stamping until I get a decent image. Okay, so let's just try this. We're going to go over. Okay, we're not going to be exact on here, but we're going to get an idea. Okay, so like, oh, I'm sorry, I was just sliding off the thing. Let me move this up. All right, so let's try this first. All right, we're going to go there. Whew, that is really dark. I think my ink pad is very inky. Okay. Oh, look, let's start right here. We're just starting. Okay, tap, tap. Let's clean this off. I think I'm getting a little, like, you know, we have to get used to, like, do we tap hard? Do we not tap hard? All right, so let's just pick up some ink. It's still, they're very inky. Oof. Okay. And then let's wipe that off. And then I'm going to try it the opposite way then and do black. Oh, it's beautiful, Nancy. Absolutely beautiful. Look, how pretty would that be on our butterflies? All right. I like to do the black first because you can see it better, but I'm going to just see if I can, if the black shows up darker. Nope. I don't like that at all. Especially since that didn't take. So let's do that again. Learning process. All right. And then we're going to move on because I'll be here. There's only 5 left, I think. But I'll hurry. I'll hurry. All right. Black first. Okay. All right. And then let's do the yellow, the golden gold. Oops. Look at me. I was about to stick that right inside here. All right. So now this is interesting. All right. I think I'm pushing this way too hard. What about second strength? Oh, that's a good idea, Nancy. All right, let's do second. See? I probably would have thought about that tonight when I was laying in bed, and I would have said, oh, you know what? I didn't have to do it so dark. Oh yeah, look at how pretty. So there's that one. That was that. So this one, I think now, okay, this is what's interesting. I can see the black on my stamp that doesn't have the image on it. So, but I don't have the right stamp cleaner right now, so I'll have to worry about that later. All right, So let's do second image on this one. We're going to do this one. Let's see, that is the solid one. This one we're going to fill in. So this one goes on here now. Oh wait, that's not right. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, I didn't ink that very well. All right, well anyway, we're getting the idea, right? And then we're going to take this one. I'm going to use my other black for right now. I don't want to do this whole solid thing in a black. And then, well, that doesn't work though. I was thinking, oh, you know what it is? I think we take a lighter color. That's what it is. We're going to need like pink. Let's just, oops. Did you see me? I'm like this, like, oh, it's not opening. Yeah, now I can sleep. All right, now we'll take this. I'm going to stamp off, but it's really light anyway. And we're just going to, it's not exactly the right colors, but see how I did the yellow first and then the pink? Because the yellow's solid on this one. And then the pink fills it in. So if I wanted it all black, then I could do, and the pink fills it in, whereas this is the details in black. Obviously, I would use like a blue and a green or something like that. But anyway, gives you the idea that there are different things that we can do with this. I just have to figure out the right colors. But I think this would be really pretty for, like, let's say Lily of the Valley, and we do the colors like the Granny Apple Green and the, what blue was that? Secret Sea, or, you know, mix those up and get those, do a butterfly that kind of goes with that. But anyway, all right, so let's see. This is what I like to do. Get my words that are nothing like this on here. So, all right, almost there. Home stretch, everybody. Detail, detail. This one. You can see the little lines on the plastic sometimes. All right. Where am I? Here. All right. Yay. Plastic. All right. Let's move on. Lost my plastic somewhere. Which is somewhere. Okay, I'll find it. We'll just move that over there. And we'll, oh, here it is. All right, the next one I think is really cute. My grandson and, well, mostly my granddaughter, who's 11, says bruh a lot. Bruh. Now these are stamp sets without, they are not bundles. Okay, and I think I showed you everything else except the grid sheet, but it's just a little taller, I think. Do your wipes say Kirkland brand on them? Yes, they do. Yep. So this one's really cute because it says bruh. So my granddaughter says bruh a lot. It's 6'7" and bruh. So happy birthday, you're old. Congrats. Thanks. Sorry. That's rough. Appreciate it. I love the different fonts. Love ya, my man. Hey, bruh, dude, bud, and bro. So I think it's really cute. Great for, you know, like my husband to his brother, or maybe to a friend, or, you know, whatever. There's a lot of, you know, really cute things. A lot of people say bud to their grandkid, hey bud, or, you know, whatever. I think it's just super cute. And so, but the bruh is like, oh gosh, I have to have that. Plus I love that big bold font. So there's that one. This one, and let's see. Oh, 1 second. I missed one here. But I was going to say something. The word wishes. This one is year long. I don't know if I said that. This one here is year long, that bundle. So just so you're aware. Okay. A family celebration. Really nice set. A very happy birthday to you, mom, dad, son, sister, wife, and to you, friend, grandpa, grandchild, grandma, brother, better half, daughter, husband. Ani's not on here, but that's okay. Anyway, cute. Love the font. Gotta have it. Moody Leaves, I think, is great for anything. A great background. It can be super light. It could be dark. You could do variegated different colors. Ooh, it's a big, hefty stamp right here. Variegated colors. You could do all kinds of things. You could also stamp it or emboss it and color it in. Lots of fun to do with that one. Another amazing font. You're the best grandparent that ever grandparented. Thanks for letting me do all the things my parents said no to. Sending grand birthday wishes. Old people like to give cards, but we also put money in them. So very proud of you. You are amazing. I love you all the time, and way to go. So I thought way to go is super cute with sports, anything with the kids, any achievements they do. I love you all the time. Always perfect. You're amazing. Great. So very proud of you. These are great for grandkids. Old people like to give money. Also great. Sending grand birthday wishes. Cute. Thanks for letting me do all the things my parents said no to. I would love to use that, but I don't have use for it. But I could give my kids cards to give other grandparents or whatever. You're the best grandparent that ever grandparented. So all of these I will use. These I will find a use for. Super cute. This one is really cute. I think even for the holidays, you could do green. And then, of course, we would have to use our beautiful, peaceful pine. And we could put berries on there and make it kind of like a, holiday-ish. Emboss in gold. There's all kinds of things to do with that. It's really, really pretty. And that's just a nice large stamp. And the very last one is called Caring Animals, and I think it's so cute with these little birds. Huge thanks. The little dog set with the birds. I love that set. And I want to use it more like soon. Get well. A little alligator there, and he's got a water, what do you call that? A water bag? Heat bag? What do you call that? Water bag, whatever. On his head, and then he's got a little thermometer. Lion has a little party hat. Happy birthday. And then you've got leaves to kind of match their theme. And then I just love the parrots on the huge thank you. Super cute. This sold me right here. Anyway, that is it. That is everything that I can think of. I'm sure I didn't buy everything, so there are sets out there that you may be interested in. So look at your book. Look at it carefully, because you might go through your book and see stuff within the book and then not see it in the section that it's in. You might see thing that's something that is shown on a page, and it'll say, oh, page 72, and then you'll have to go to 72 to like get a better image of it. There's so many things throughout, but there's definitely sections that are DSP, dyes, paper, and so on. So I do learn a lot from your unboxing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tashana. So make sure when you're looking through, don't just look once. Go back through and look again. You don't want to miss things. I missed a paper pack that I wanted. And I missed something else. Oh, a second set of dies that I wanted to get. And I think a bundle that I was going to get. So I missed a couple things too. So, it happens. So, lots to come. I'm not going to be doing new product until closer to the end of April. I have a lot of other stuff going on, and I want to use stuff I haven't used yet. So, I will be creating with other things that I have not used yet. And, there will be projects coming. I'm going to be doing some classes for sure. And I'm going to be doing bingo, of course. And I will have a paper share, and I will have an add-on to the paper share, which you can choose. And so my add-on, because I was requested this, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do an add-on for the ribbons, all the in color. I'm going to do an add-on for the blends, for the not the re-inkers, but the pens, the blends, the pens, the ribbon, all the new embellishments. So I will have add-ons that are just optional, because some people like it, like if you're just going to put the order in, here, I'll just put it in instead of going to my site and doing it. It'll all be available. The paper packs, one of each, that'll be a bundle. So I'll have it on there to where if you want to bundle things and do add-ons, then I can do that. If you don't want all the paper packs, but you want like 2 paper packs, I can put an order in separate for you, or you can just go to my website and do that. All of the products will be available on May 5th to customers. Demonstrators, go now. Order what you want. Some of the products is already out. Remember that they got some in for demonstrators, and then the bulk of everything will be here before May 5th. But it looks like a lot of it will be available April 6th. So next week you'll be able to get the things that that may be out of stock already. So make sure you put in your notify me, so you'll get a message saying that it's back in stock. Still gonna snow, scrap. Oh, yes, I will. 1 second. I definitely want to show that because I am so impressed with it. So let me move this out of the way and let me grab it. Thank you for the reminder. See? I would have forgotten. All right. So glad you said something, because I am super excited about this, and I am not a scrapbooker. So I will show you what I got. So you're going to get it in this cute little box with polka dots on it. Mine's a little trashed. All right, so let me show you all the goodies that you're going to get. You get this lovely letter that talks about the event. It is going to be April 29th, 30th, and May 1st. And it's from 2 to 9 o'clock, I believe. Don't quote me on all that, but I think that's about what it is. And so we're going to do that. And then, and it's going to be recorded. So if you're not able to do it during that time, you can go back and do it at your leisure. So don't worry about that. So look at these stamp sets first off. Happiness is here. And I think I did post a video on my page too. So you'll have to, on my business page. So here's I put them both in the same because it says happiness is here 2, happiness is here 1. So you've got some flowers. Remember this for the record. Happiness is here. You got a sun. Love this. Some cute little images there. And then on the other side, it looks like you can color them in. Okay. So there's 2, there's stamping into the outlines of all of these, even the heart and the star. So I thought that was super cool that, making a beautiful life. Nothing better than this. A story, enjoy, take a note. So it could be just pictures, and you don't have to journal a whole lot. You can just put some really nice sentiments in there. But I think journaling is fun because then you can say where you were, what you were doing, that kind of thing. So that's one of the stamp sets. And this is exclusive to the scrapbook retreat. The virtual scrapbook retreat is what I'm showing you. All right, so I'll put this here because it's right here. Virtual scrapbook retreat. All right, this I was impressed with. Look at this alphabet set. And you're like, oh, an alphabet set. I don't know. Look how cute this is, though. The other side is the outline. So you could do colors like whatever your theme is or whatever is, on that page. You could do the outside in one color, the inside in another color. I thought that was super cute for anything. Here's the size. So it's a perfect size for cards or scrapbooking. So I thought that was really cool. And that's when I was like, oh, fear of missing out. I have to have those stamp sets. So I also got my gold glow shimmer pen in there. And I also got 2 white gel pens. Okay. And I just bought myself, this was not part of the kit, but I bought, at least I don't think so. I'm looking in the box today. We'll know. I bought myself 3 of, I think there's 3 in a pack. I think I pulled one out. Markers. So I have those ready to go. You also get, oh, sorry, these are the pins that came with, same pins. I got these in my order. This one came with the set. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. All right, so we get the Moody Palette Glossy Dots, one of my faves. You get a whole package of 12 4x4 flip-flops. Twine, which I love. And then you get all of these. Look at this. When you're making your scrapbook, I've seen a video of them doing it, so you'll kind of see what this is. You'll have all of these templates. So when you're doing a scrapbook and they'll say, okay, you want to put a 3x4 or a 4x4 picture here, and you want to put a 3x4 picture here. And so they're space savers, okay? So this is, so you're going to know where to put your pictures at. And so this is super cute. They give you, super cute, super cool. They give you all these templates, and this class tells you exactly how to put the whole thing together. All right, so there's that. All right, so I'm going to put all of this back in here because there's more pouches to pull out. And so when you think about it and you're like, oh, I don't know, 250 is a lot of money. You're going to get 2 stamp sets, blends, those, this. That's just to start. Okay, so that's all of that product, plus your templates, plus my markers that I'm just going to add in here because I don't think they're in the box, but I bought them thinking I want them to do my journaling for my scrapbook. All right, so there's that part. Let me move that out of the way. Okay, then the first package that I can bring out, there's 3 big packages. Is it 3? Oh no, there's more than that in here. Okay, so there's this one. I haven't even looked at it yet. So we're going to pull it out and look at it together. I looked at that bag with the goodies in it. And then I thought, okay, I'm all for this. Okay, so it looks like it goes this way. All right, so I'm sure we're going to have to cut these up and put them. Oh, look. Project 4, Project 1, Project 7. So these two are going to go together. So it tells you what project number these go on. Look at this. And it tells you how to cut it. The glitter pen isn't available unless in the scrapbook. Correct, Nancy. That is correct. I don't know if they just haven't received all the colors yet. I don't know if all of the global, that they don't have it ready yet. I don't know what the holdup is, but they still will have it. So anyway, so look at this. All of this, it tells you exactly how to cut it, what project it goes to, everything. So there's all of these picture papers. All right, so you've got lots of blues and browns and greens. Now this is the boring paper, right? We're going to get the good paper in a minute. All right, so we've got our oranges and our new color. All right, so we've got all of that. Oops. There we go. All right, all of this. And we have a few more of these. You'll have to share some of your pages with, I will. I'm really excited. I told my husband on those 3 days, don't even bother me. I'm going to be in here relearning a little scrapbooking. I don't think I've ever gone to a class or anything. I just kind of did it. But it was easy because my son's was all military. And so I didn't really have to, be really creative with placements or anything like that because I just didn't know what I was doing. Here's the pretty paper, and then there's more stuff. So here, let's look at this. I'm trying to hurry. I know you guys have been here forever. I really appreciate it because I'm looking at all this for the first time too. So now this looks like that paper that we had, but we had gold on it. This is just the flowers. And we have plaid, some tweed kind of. Ooh, that looks a little familiar. This is a different print. Same idea. Loved that paper. That is definitely a different print. This looks like the same print though, which I really like. It's in one of the sets. I don't remember. Ooh, cloud cover is so pretty. Okay, some more like tweed kind of. Does anybody else get their kit? Anybody else doing this? Don't make me do it by myself. All right, and then we've got some of that white. All right, so that's, I mean, look at how pretty that is, or that. And then okay, so when you look at your catalog, and let's say Lily of the Valley, for example, look at the scrapbook page too, because it's gorgeous. All the pieces, I mean, there's a lot of them. I ordered 2 scrapbook kits. All of a sudden, I'm going to have all these scrapbook kits. And so I'm going to have to make time to do them, right? All right, so we have this one, and then we have, I think we're doing 10 2-page layouts. So here's probably my 10 things, my 10 page protectors. All right, so this must be all the ephemera type pieces. So let's see what this is. And there's a little video, and I'll make sure it's on my page, but it should be on my business page, and it shows you some about making it. And that's what got me. I was like, all right. Oh, look, these are stickers. Okay. So there's this, and it's got all kinds. There's 2 scallops here, 4, 3, some tabs, lift, open here. So there's some different things. Oh, I bet you were stamping on these. Oh yeah, look, even has the project numbers on everything. And oh, that's a terrible, I don't know if you can see. Well, I'll see. There you go. So there's circles, there's leaves, there's little triangle or rectangles. There's a scallop square. There's some stars. There's all kinds of different things on that. These are ephemera, pop out. They're not stickers. There's a pocket, little note section. It's got a little stitching like that's going to fold in somewhere. Ooh, love these. Okay. All right, who's going to be in this with me? Look at these leaves. Love the what do you call that? The, yeah, on the leaves. Ombre kind of thing. And I love these colors together. Very pretty. And I think there's like a page that's masculine, and then there's some that are more feminine. So you can put, you know, different. Fun. All right, here we go. Happy days, love this life. My heart lives here. Oh, this is 2 pieces. So you can put like my heart lives here and put your pictures. Great company and a whole lot of laughter is the best place to be. Best day ever. Nothing is better than this. So cute. All the little things. And then you can make up stuff. And they tell you exactly how to do it. That's the part I like. These are all flowers. Again, look, all the projects are on there. Pockets. All right, that is it. How impressive is that? I love it. And I saw a close to my heart person, talk about how impressive. She posted on something, and I just said, wow, this is very impressive. And for those scrapbook people, Stampin' Up! Is really listening and bringing it. So that tells me, okay, good, we're going in the right way for the close to my heart people, and that they're, you know, getting the product that they want. The class for US is $250. And the only thing I bought so far is the album. and I bought the journal pens. And there is a list of stuff that they recommend you having. I haven't looked at it yet. It's not until April 29th is when this starts. So I wasn't going to worry about it right now. I have a retreat I'm worried about that I need to get together. Not put together, get together. And so once I get through my retreat, then I need to really focus on, well, probably before the retreat, but not today. So anyway, it's a lot of product. If you think about all the ephemera pieces, all the DSP, the 2 stamp sets that have 2, so there's really 4 stamp sets. There's a lot of product. Plus you're going to get a video on showing you how to put it together. 10 2-page layouts. And also think about if you were to go to a scrapbook retreat, you're going to pay $250. But this way you can do it at your home on your own leisure and watch a video and put it together, or get a girlfriend and both of you get together and do it, or split it up or share it or whatever you want to do. So anyway, I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. It's the first time in a long time that I've done scrapbooking. So I think it will be a lot of fun. Anyway, have a great rest of your week. I will not be here on Friday like normal because I was here last night and tonight. So I'm taking Friday off. This weekend we are celebrating family Easter. So we are going to be traveling just a couple hours. And the kids are coming with us, so we're all doing Easter egg hunts and stuff like that. So I should be back on Monday. So I will see you then at 5:30. Have a great weekend, and I will see you then. Bye, everybody.